arms, you are beaten men. Your families at home have forgotten you. The Japanese army is invincible. That's lies, all lies. What kind of way is this to fight a war, you little bug?
Yeah, why don't you fight like men with bombs and bullets?
Oh, shut up. Don't you know when you're well off, bombs and bullets?
I can't stand it! I can't stand it, I tell you! Take it easy, Group. Don't let it get you down.
I can't help it. How can we have a decent crap game with all this stuff flying around?
Well, nice going, boys. I see you almost got this place looking shipshape.
What do they keep dropping these things for?
Yeah, don't they know we can't read? They'll call, come and get. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to wait till I call your name. Parker. Here. Well, that's the way you're supposed to do it. You wait till the guy calls your... Hey, Skip, want to try a piece of my wife's fruitcake?
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Christy. Boy, that's good. Hey, Fudge, you ought to get the recipe.
Yeah. Hey, here, Foods, try some. Oh, come on. Hey, want some fruitcake, Miss Parker?
Hey, fellas, you gotta hear this. She says, Dear Lester, I wish you wouldn't call me that. The Japanese souvenirs you sent caused a great deal of excitement, especially the flags. If you can send more of them, please do, as they are selling like hotcakes. Love, Mumsy.
Here, guys, get a load of this.
Remember? That's a girl.
Hey, fellas, you wanna see a picture of my girl, Miyoshi?
We've seen that picture 100 times, Fuji. This is a brand new one.
Yeah, Fuji, take a look at it.
Hey, what's wrong with him?
I'll tell you what's wrong with him. How'd you guys like to be in his shoes? Prisoner of war, away from your own people, no mail from home. Beginning to get him down.
Yeah, and every time we have mail call, it gets worse.
Wish there was something we could do, Skip.
Yeah, if there was only some way we could get a letter through to Miyoshi, she'd be sure and answer him.
Why don't we just go down to the corner and mail it? There's a box there marked local, out of town, enemy.
Hold it. Now, Tinker may have something there.
Thanks, Skip.
Now, just exactly where do you guys mail all your letters?
Well, it's a base post office.
Right. And that's exactly where the Nips mail theirs.
No kidding. Shouldn't we tell Captain Binghamton?
Look, just supposing that we have Fuji write a letter to Miyoshi, huh? And then supposing we make a little sneak visit over to some Japanese-held island, like Molokai, and we just drop it in their mailbox.
Pardon my insubordination, sir, but have you flipped?
All right.
You guys are afraid? Why...
Wait a minute. No one said we're afraid.
Well, I think someone should.
That's a wild idea, but what do you say, fellas? For Fuji?
Only one thing, Skip. Let's keep this on the QT. Because if this leaks out, they'll have us all up for a gang Section 8.
Well, okay, gang, let's go find him.
All right, I'll go.
All my love. Fuji. Here, Skipper-san. Will you read it to the boys?
Oh, well, now, this is too personal, Fuji.
You better stick neck out for me. I like you to know what it says.
Well, okay, but my Japanese is a little bit rusty. My dear Miyoshi, although I am treated very well here, at night, in the loneliness of my hut, I think only of you. War is not a nice thing. It keeps two people who love each other far apart. Oh, my darling Miyoshi, how I miss you.
I think I'm allergic to something in here.
I think we read enough food.
Holy mackerel, Skip, it's Binghamton. He's just outside.
Beat it, Pooch. Come on, come on. Come on, boy.
Attention!
Isn't it amazing, Carpenter, how they can stand so straight and be so crooked? At ease. Good day, McHale.
Good day, sir. Is there something we can do for you, sir? Just name it.
Don't tempt me. McHale, I hate to admit this, but I need your help. Show him the leaflet, Carpenter.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is this one of those enemy leaflets, sir?
No, that's one that I wrote. I've decided to strike back at those sons of Fujiyama, and I want you to translate that into Japanese for me. I'm going to have it printed up, and then I'll have the Air Force boys drop it on the Japanese. What are you doing?
Oh, I salute you, sir. That's a great idea. Great idea.
Oh, thank you. I'll knock it off. Let's get to work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what is that?
What, sir?
Well, let me see your hand. What do you got there? What are you men doing? You men are all going to get 60 days in the break for playing hide and seek with your commanding officer. Where is it? What have you... Oh, I can play, too. Pass it on. What are you doing? Don't be handing me. What is that?
Well, it's one, Roger.
Not that. I brought that in. That other thing. What is that? McHale, what's going on?
How, well, you see, sir...
This is in Japanese.
well, yes, sir. We should... All right, men. He caught us. You see, sir, we had the same idea about striking back at the nip, sir. It's a propaganda leaflet that the boys and I wrote.
It is? I mean, it is. Of course it is. Why, he spent a lot of time on those little figures.
McHale, what does this so-called leaflet of yours say?
Oh, well, you wouldn't want to hear it, sir. It's yours is much better.
Read it.
Yes, sir. Hello out there in Warland.
I wrote that one. Read the other one.
Let this be a warning to you, sons of Nippon. The stars and stripes will sink the rising sun. So you might as well give up because there's no glory like old glory. And we have nothing to fear but fear itself. So through blood, sweat, and tears, we'll fight you on the beaches. We'll fight you in the cities. Be for victory and 3 cheers for the red, white, and blue. Hip, hip.
Ray?
Hey, see, sir, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Carpenter,
Sir?
what did you think of it?
I'm not sure, sir.
I think it's great.
I think it's great.
Yes, I do. It shows a lot of initiative, McHale. In fact, it's better than mine. We'll use yours instead of mine. No, Butch McHale. When you do something right, it ought to be acknowledged. Come on, Carpenter. We'll have copies of this made. McHale, you amaze me.
Gee, Skip, what are we gonna do now?
I don't know, but if anybody from headquarters gets a hold of that letter and can read that Japanese, it's sayonara, boys, in spades.
Captain Binghamton?
Yeah, what is it, McHale? What?
Well, sir, there's no need to bring those leaflets to the Air Force, sir. We'll distribute them.
How? We're going to pass them out on street corners?
Oh, well, no, sir. No, we just go to some Japanese-held island in the dark of the night and tiptoe around, leave our little handbills, drive the nips batty. And best of all, you won't have to share the credit with the flyboys.
Will wonders never cease? McHale with 2 good ideas in one day. Won't have to share the credit, huh?
No, sir.
We'll try it. We'll try it. Why don't you come up with something once in a while?
Bye-bye, Captain. Bye.
Well, just think, Poochie, in about 2 weeks, you'll have a letter from Miyoshi. Skip-san, you sure you want to go through with this?
Don't worry about a thing. Your letter's as good as mail, baby. And the only one who'll ever see those leaflets is Davy Jones.
Skip, stand there at 12 o'clock. It's Binghamton.
What's he want now? Go on, beat it, fool. Beat it.
What's all up?
Yeah, go on.
Now, McHale, I'm all ready. Let's get... what are you two apes gawking at? Didn't you ever see a fighting man before?
Coming with us, sir?
No, I'm dressed for trick or treat. Of course I'm going with you, McHale. I want to make sure that I get full credit for this brilliant idea of mine. Well, let's go. Shove off.
His idea?
Boy, what are we going to do now? We can't dump those leaflets overboard.
Yeah, not unless we dump Binghamton with him.
Yeah, boy, with that helmet, he seems like a rock. You can't do that.
All right, man, let's move out.
That way is east, sir.
I know which way east.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Skip, I feel kind of bad distributing Fuji's love letter like this. It's so personal.
Well, try and ditch him if you can. If you can't, Fuji will understand. And Grove, no souvenir hunting.
Oh, but Skip, Mom said send more flags.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh, don't forget, sir, they're a lot shorter than we are.
Good thinking, Grover.
that's their mailbox, all right.
Are you sure?
It's either that or they're voting.
Okay, Tink. Get it over to that mailbox. We'll cover you. Take it easy now.
これはやっぱり日本に行くからな。そうよ。これから出すんか。はい、ここから入るからね。はい。
ヘミ、これ何か。
何したんだ、バケターが落としたろ。入れるよ、もうね。さっぱり。はい。
How about that? That's the greatest double play in history, Chuck. Tinker to Tojo to Miyoshi. Come on, let's get it.
Fuji letters play. That's great, Fuji, huh?
I don't know how to thank you all. You've made me very happy.
And Momsey's pretty tickled, too.
Aha!
Oh, sorry, Skip. I just couldn't resist it.
I'll resist you.
Hey, listen, Skip, we gotta decide who's gonna double for Fuji when we go back for that net mail call.
Well, that's all decided. I'm going.
All right, okay, all right.
Now, what do you heroes got in mind?
Well, Skip, as second in command, I feel it's my responsibility.
To go?
No, to come up with an idea.
Why don't we draw straws?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, okay. So we'll draw straws. Here. There we are. Now.
Short straw wins, huh, Skip?
Short straw wins. Short straw wins. There we go. Okay. There we are. Good. There you are, Chuck. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, now, guys, don't be nervous.
There's one for you. Easy now. One for you. Oh, no, not you. After all, you're prisoner of war. Remember? There you are, fellas. Ahead. Okay. All right, let's see who the lucky winner is now. Well, it looks like I got the short one, boys.
Oh, no, Skip. Mr. Parker's is shorter.
Hey, that's the first time I ever won anything.
All right, now look, Chuck, I'm going to go anyway because I'm the only one who can speak Japanese here.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Skip. I won this fair and baby, and it's my square now. Square. Well, besides, Fuji can teach me all the Japanese I need to know. What do I have to say, Fuji?
When they call your name, you just say, 軍曹殿、手紙を受け取りに参りました.
Oh, that's simple. Good donuts. Taggy on your termites.
Oh, well, now that settles it. Look, I'm going on a mission.
No, now wait, Skip. I got plenty of time to learn it, and any nitwit could learn a simple thing like that in 2 weeks. Good donuts. Oh.
軍曹殿、手紙を受け取りに来ました.
See? He knows it. Good donut. Gunsadono. Torino. Torini. Kamish. Mish. Come on.
Oh, you never get it.
It's no good, Chuck. You just don't sound like a Japanese soldier.
Well, at least he looks the part. It's a perfect fit. Lucky I had his size in stock.
You guys quit worrying. I'll practice on the boat. I want to get that letter. neither rain nor sleet nor snow shall stay this courier from his appointed rounds.
How about bullets?
Yeah, why'd you have to bring that up? You guys quit worrying. Gruber, come on, now, let's go. Oh,
Parker-san, maybe this is all too dangerous.
huh? Now, look, I drew the short straw and I'm going. Now, will you quit worrying? Come on, you guys.
Tank, turn them over. Christie, stand by.
Good luck, Parker-san.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Hey, Skip, condition red. Here comes Binghamton.
Oh, for crying out loud. What's he want now? Come on, beat it, Foods, beat it. Come on, get aboard, fast.
What's all the excitement about? Just because Binghamton's coming,
Look at you. Come on, hurry up.
Captain. Well, McHale, today's the big day.
Yes,
huh?
sir. Just getting ready to shove off, sir.
You sure you don't want me to go with you?
Well, it's like I explained to you, sir. We need as much room as possible for your prisoners.
Yeah, that's right. An extra prisoner could mean an extra strike. All right, let's get going. Shove
Yes,
off.
sir. Sailor, let go forward there, will ya? All right, let go aft. Bye-bye, sir.
Good hunting, McHale. You know, there's only one thing about this whole operation that bothers me.
What's that, sir?
McHale.
Sir, he's being very cooperative.
Yeah, but McHale without an angle is like Betty Grable without her curves.
Sir, I'd hate that to happen to Miss Grable. She's one of my favorites. When I see her...
Knock it off. Let's go and have a drink to the success of the mission.
Oh, at the officers' club, sir?
No. McHale's hut. I mean, why pay retail when you can get it at the source? Good Lord. This place is a pigsty. I wonder where he keeps his private stock.
Oh, I wouldn't know, sir.
You wouldn't know, sir. Well, move some of these Japanese uniforms. Maybe you'll find it.
Yes, sir.
Japanese uniforms? What are Japanese uniforms doing here?
Oh, good heavens, sir, I wouldn't know about that.
You wouldn't know anything, would you? I think Betty Grable just got back in shape.
Sir?
I knew that McHale must be in cahoots with the Nips. He's the one that suggested going over to that island.
But, sir, that was to distribute the leaflets.
The leaflets that he wrote. Carpenter, we need a Japanese dictionary. We've got some translating to do. That isn't what McHale read to us, and he was lying.
Right, sir. I can't find all the words in the dictionary, sir, but look at this for yourself.
My darling, love, in my arms, adore you, love, I kiss your toes. That's obviously some kind of a code. You must be the biggest jerk in the Navy.
Oh, no, sir. I knew a couple of captains when I was going...
Shut up. Get me complete. I'm gonna have a surprise in store for Mikado McHale when he gets back. I kiss your toes. What a war.
Hey, that's it, Chuck. You remember what you're gonna say?
Yeah, I got it, Skip. Gona donuts, leg of Mary,
Chuck, there's still time to pull out if you want.
don't worry about a thing, Skip. I'll make it. Oh, Skip. Dono. Egg mio to...
ミキオはい。軍曹ソナ手紙を受け取りに来ました。三菱すみはい。軍曹殿手紙を受け取りに来ました。中村ミキオ
どうぞこの饅頭をね、はい、食べてください。
来よ来よ、うまいのこれ。まずいないか。来よ、はよはよ。なんか食べんか。
三菱住み。
手紙、横浜の彼女から。
藤原武雄。
Hey, bingo! Miyoshi came through. That's Fuji's letter.
Hey, we did it, Skip. We did it.
藤原武雄。藤原武雄。藤原武雄。
Give me a rock.
藤原武雄。藤原武雄。藤原武雄。
山道さんがこれ俺の彼女の写真やね。ええやろ。
Guno doso take meal. Three Kamisha.
何したんや。気でも来るたんか。だけどな、お前の彼女の写真見せてくれやな。
またマキ。
お前どないしたんやお前。恥ずかしいのか。お前の女の子の写真見せてくれよ。
あ、そう。
Love, really や。ヤンキーよ。ヤンキーよ。ヤンキーよ。
All right, let's get out of here.
Hey, what about my wallet?
Come on, let's go.
I'll get your lines over. Hey, Skip, look. Oh, now don't worry. You just keep out of sight. I'll handle this. Go on. Hi, Captain. Well, sir, we're back.
Knock off the small talk, McHale. Where are the prisoners? Where?
Well, sir, we didn't get any prisoners, but I can explain.
How you can explain it at your court-martial? You're under arrest. Seize him.
Arrest? What for?
Espionage. I had that little letter of yours translated. How much are they paying you, you turncoat? That love letter was a code, right?
Oh, knock it off, Captain. You don't understand.
Maybe the man from Comfleet will. He's due here. Oh, Captain Martin. Guard him.
Captain Binghamton, sir, this is Captain Martin of Comfleet Intelligence.
I know who he is. Been waiting for you, Captain.
Well, Captain, that leaflet caused quite a stir at headquarters.
I figured it would.
The Admiral wants the man responsible for it.
I've got him right here for you, sir. He's Commander Clinton McHale, and he's all yours.
McHale?
I do, sir.
Congratulations.
Congratulations?
Yeah? Congratulations.
Certainly. You gave the psychological warfare boys a lesson. Don't appeal to the mind, appeal to the heart. 20 nips have already surrendered carrying that love letter of yours.
They did, 20. It was a love letter.
I'd like to talk to you about some more of your ideas, McHale. You've become quite a hero up at Comfleet.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir. We're just trying to do our part.
20. Why don't you lose some of that weight?
All right. I got one for Bell.
Here.
Christopher.
Yes, sir.
Edward. Beautiful. Ensign Charles Parker. Hey, is there a Takeo Fujiwara here?
軍曹殿、手紙を受け取りに来ました。
Go on, what does it say, Pooch?
Oh, this is terrible. She went and got married.
How do you like that? He went and got a Dear Fuji letter.
Hey, she sent me another picture.
Boy, after all we went through, and he's more unhappy than ever.
Oh, no. I'm too lucky to be unhappy.
Lucky?
Look how fat a girl can get in 2 years.
Well, good luck, McHale. And remember now, the first PT outfit that scores at one of those new torpedoes will rate a headline in my weekly news bulletin.
Oh, thank you, Admiral. Boy, that would be a great honor for the boys.
You know, Admiral, that is a great little morale builder, that weekly news bulletin.
Yes, sir.
I've wanted to put one of those out on Terratupa myself. I've had my requisition in for a portable printing press like this for over 3 months.
Really? Well, it's a very relaxing hobby.
You know, I was wondering, Admiral, inasmuch as you will be out of the office for a few days on an inspection tour, and nobody will be using the press anyway, if perhaps I could...
Out of the question, Binghamton. I wouldn't part with this press if Admiral Nimitz asked for it.
Oh, I'm afraid you'd have to, sir. You see, Admiral Nimitz outranks you by almost 2 stripes.
Well, we'll be running along, Admiral.
You coming, Captain?
Wait a minute, McHale. I take one last little look here. Oh, my. That certainly is a beauty, isn't it, Admiral? This is the roller here.
Uh-huh.
The roller. And this is your type fount down here.
Yeah, that's
Admiral?
right.
Yeah. This must be, this must be the ink injector here.
Oh, no, sir. This is the ink injector. You knew that was the ink injector, didn't you?
Got a blotter?
Bye, Admiral, bye!
You call yourself a supply officer. According to these shipping manifests that I hold in my hand, my printing press arrived in Terratupa 3 days ago. Now, what I want to know...
Captain Binghamton, sir, you'll never guess what, sir.
Shut your blabber mouth. I'm trying to locate my printing press.
Well, that's just it, sir. You don't have to. I found it in the warehouse, and I brought it right over here, sir. It's right outside the door.
I don't care where it is. I'm telling you. Oh, it's right outside the door? Well, don't just stand there. Bring.
Yes, sir.
He's bringing now. As for you, you put yourself on report.
Here it is, sir.
Oh, be careful, you nitwit. Don't break it. Don't you see it says fragile on there?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't take the time to read what it says. Does it say anything else?
Yes, it says other end up is what else it says.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, Carpenter, this is a red letter day for Terratupa. It's not every base has its own private printing press like the Admiral. It's not every officer that has an empty crate. What is it? What is that?
Sir, it couldn't just walk off by itself. It must have been stolen, sir.
Well, give the lieutenant an oak-leaf cluster. Of course it's been stolen. What I want to know is what numbskull in his right mind would steal a printing press? Who?
Hello, sing, snip, serve. Here you go, mate. That's 20 bucks. Way to catch.
Boy, I think the rest of your credit's good. Okay, mate. Who's next? Be a genuine war hero. Sink a destroyer for only 10 bucks. Cruisers 25. And don't forget the special on capturing nip prisoners. 3 for $5.
Hey, sir! Stash the press. Here comes the skipper.
I knew it was too good to be true. Okay, man. That's all for the day. Next edition, same time tomorrow. Scat. Stuff on.
Hi, Skip.
Howdy.
Well, what's going on, boys?
Just get a little sun.
You wouldn't be trying to put anything over on your old Uncle Dudley now, would you? What kind of a thing you got going here, boys?
That's eucalyptus.
Oh, really? Torpedo and Schultz wins Distinguished Flying Cross?
Hey, that's pretty good, especially for a guy in the submarine service.
All right, come on, out with it, boys. Where did you South Sea schlockmeisters get a printing press? And I want the truth.
Well, you might say we sort of borrowed it. From Captain Binghamton?
Of all the lame brain stunts, don't you feather merchants realize that Binghamton won't take this lying down? He's been waiting for over a year to get this press. This press is gonna go back right now. Let's go.
Have a heart, Skip.
Don't pull on your commanding officer.
Skip, but we had a whole stack of back orders that already been paid for.
Please, Skip. Let Tink stay behind and run off the back orders. And as soon as it gets dark, we'll sneak back the press. We promise.
Please?
Pretty please?
Well, all right, you ate balls for this the last time.
He's a beautiful human being.
True.
Get your hands off. But I was just... Mouth shut. The only chance is to get McHale and his press grabbers by surprise. Move out.
Sir, look.
That's a beautiful sight, isn't it? One of McHale's deadbeats printing his own obituary. All right, stop the presses. You're under arrest. Don't shoot! I surrender! I caught you red-handed, didn't I? You're up to your grimy little elbows in it, aren't you? Where'd you get the printing press? Where?
Printing press?
Yes, the printing press.
Oh, you mean that press?
That was.
Oh, I found it on the beach this morning, sir.
Yeah, I'll bet it's floated up there on a lily pad, huh? All right, Horace Greeley, out with it. What's your story?
I'm innocent, sir. I never saw that machine before in my life.
You save that for the brig. All right, SP, you take this ink-stained wretch away and send out a searching party for the others.
What others? There ain't anybody here but me.
I think he was telling the truth, sir. There isn't anyone else in sight, and the 73 is gone.
Well, no matter, Carpenter. From now on, we divide and conquer, huh? We'll pick them off one at a time. And just take my little printing press here. Put the first nail in McHale's coffin.
Oh, that's a brilliant strategy, sir. Sir, is there anything I can do to help?
Yes, go change your blouse or a disgrace.
Hi, Captain.
Oh, McHale, well, you're early. I didn't expect you for another, 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, well, I knew you'd be in a hurry to talk this over, sir, so we came right over. Yes, sir. Now, as Bell's commanding officer, I want you to know that I'll be more than willing to hand him all the punishment he deserves. Yes, sir.
Very generous of you, McHale. What did you have in mind?
Let's see now. Well, there's confinement to quarters and, extra duty. And, a cut in his beer ration. Yes, sir.
And we'll put him to bed without his supper for 90 days.
You'll send him to bed without his supper. I'm going to kill him one of these days, McHale. No deal. I waited too long to get my hands on one of your delinquents.
Oh, no, wait a minute, sir. Look, I know you and I don't always see eye to eye, but that's no reason to take it out on Tinker.
Oh, now, calm down, McHale. Ease off. I mean, do I look like the sort of a man that would railroad a poor innocent sailor? Don't answer that, Parker. Now, gentlemen, I want to be fair about this, and Machinist Bell is going to have a chance to get his say in tomorrow.
Oh.
The court-martial will be at 0900 hours.
Court-martial? For such a little thing? Well, Captain, you're going way overboard.
Little thing. It's grand larceny, that's what it is. Ought to be good for about 20 years. Don't get yourself excited, McHale. Everything is going to be fair and square. Won't it, Carpenter?
Oh, yes. We are going strictly by the book. Captain Binghamton is president of the court, and I am the trial counsel.
No stones unturned, Captain?
Well, except for my printing press, which is Exhibit A, a few eyewitnesses, a couple of officers on the court-martial board that owe me a couple of months' back pay, I would say that I've got a pretty tight case. Of course, a lot will depend on Machinist Bell's defense counsel. Won't it, Mr. Parker?
Mr. Parker? You mean Mr. Parker's going to have to defend Tinker? But you can't do this, sir.
Oh, can't I? You check your regulations. You check your congressman. It's all within my jurisdiction as president of the court.
Yeah, but, sir, Your Honor. Captain, Your Honor, sir, but I don't know anything about law. I object.
I object. You can't object. You're just an ensign. Now get out of here, both of you, before I charge you with loitering. Let's
Skip, how'd you make out, huh?
Skip,
Did you get Admiral Rogers on the scramble phone?
Nah, no dice, boys. The Admiral's out of his office. He's out on an inspection tour. Just our luck. Our only chance to save Tinker.
No, wouldn't have done any good anyway. Binghamton's got enough on him to send him up for 20 years.
Not if I could get a hold of Admiral Rogers. If he knew about this court-martial, I bet you Tinker'd get off with less than 20 days.
Hey, Skip!
Hiya, Counselor. How's it going?
Here, I got it, Skip. I found a precedent case that proves that Binghamton can't send Tinker up for 20 years.
Hey, let's
Let's have it.
Case of United States versus Seaman First Class James McGinnis, Portsmouth, 1837. Naval Board of Inquiry disallowed defense's plea to sentence Seaman McGinnis to 20 years at hard labor, and they hanged him. They hanged him. That's not as good as 20 years. I'll bone up.
All right, turn up, boy now.
It's 15 minutes before that court-martial starts.
Hey, Willie! Come up here. You contact Comfleet yet?
Just signed off, Skip. Admiral Rogers still ain't back, but they said they'd give me a message the minute he does show up.
Well, Chuck, I guess it's up to you. We gotta stall that court-martial until we can get a hold of Admiral Rogers.
Good luck, Mr. Parker. We'll be rooting for you. So long, Skip.
You mean so long, Tinker?
Relax. Maybe the Admiral will come through just like the Skip says.
Admiral, Schmadmiral. I wouldn't make book on Tinker's chances if we wait for him.
Well, now, you got a better idea?
It so happens I already have. It's 1,000 to 1 shot, but I figure we gotta settle for any kind of odds we can get.
Well, come on, Group. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
All right. Remember that Jimmy Cagney movie we saw last week?
You mean the one where the mob switched murder weapons and the case was tossed out of court?
Right. Now, who says we can't do the same thing?
What are you talking about? First of all, we ain't got no murder, and then we ain't got no weapon.
Think, Thimblebrain. Think. The only thing Binghamton's got to make his case stick is that printing press, Exhibit A.
Oh, well, sure. Now, where are we going to find another press just like Binghamton's?
It just so happens Admiral Rogers has one right in his office. Gents, this is a time for greatness. We either got to think big or let Tinker take the rap for us. Now, what do you say?
I say it's a 2-hour trip each way, so let's get this floating bathtub cracking! Let's go!
All line! Christy, take the wheel! Willie, get down there, fire up those engines! Comfleet, here we come! At last, my own command!
Change good!
That should only take about 5 minutes, Elroy. I'll get the champagne chilling. Good morning, class. Good morning, Kramer. Lovely day for court-martial.
Now remember, Chuck, you gotta stall till we hear from the Admiral.
All right, order in the court. The court-martial will come to order.
I object.
Object to what? We haven't started yet.
Well, as a counsel for the defense, I move that this trial be postponed.
Postpone the trial? What are you... Till when? When?
Well, how about Easter? You see, the defendant's mother's a school teacher, and she can't fly here till vacation time.
Vacation time? You tell her to save it and visit her son on the rock pile. Now sit down, shut up. We're ready for you now, Elroy. Get a load of Elroy.
I can't stand him.
This court is convened by Captain Wallace B. Binghamton, Commander, United States Naval Base, Taratuba, in the case of the United States versus Bell, Harrison J., machinist mate first class, charged with the theft of printing press, serial number A777. Furthermore, it is additionally charged...
Don't overplay your part, Lieutenant. Just call your first witness. We're going to call our first witness now.
Will Captain Wallace Binghamton take the stand, please?
Oh, that's me. Excuse me.
Sir, would you state your name, rank, and serial number, please?
Yes, I would. I am Wallace B. Binghamton. I am a captain in the United States Naval Reserve, and let's not waste everybody's time. Let's just...
I object.
Well, the witness only gave his middle initial, and we're entitled to know his full name.
You two-bit Perry Mason, you.
I beg pardon, sir, but counsel for the defense has the right to question, sir.
Keep out of this, McHale. The B stands for Burton. You'll just stop there or I'll clear the courtroom. Just stand there like a ninny, you ninny. Ask me a question.
Yes, sir. Sir, would you please tell the board exactly what you saw on the afternoon of January the 11th?
Yes, I would. I saw that man using my printing press, which he obviously stole, and I say that makes him guilty, right?
Wrong! Captain, according to regulations, you can't sentence a man until defense has had its chance to present its side of the case, sir.
Absolutely. Sir, Your Honor, Captain, Your Honor, sir. You see, according to Article 11, subparagraph 21, it states here...
All right.
Yes, sir. No more questions. Your witness.
Now then, Captain Binghamton, where were you on the night of June 16th?
June 16th? This is the middle of January. What's that got to do with anything, you numbskull?
He objects, Your Honor. You can't call him a numbskull.
I'll call him anything I want to call him. And one more outburst from you, McHale, I'll have you up for contempt. Now, you get on with it, you defense counsel. You.
Now then, Captain Binghamton, you say you saw the accused with your printing press. But can a man with your eyesight be absolutely positive of what he sees?
Of course I'm positive. Where are my glasses? What happened to my glasses? What did you... Give me my glasses, you pickpocket!
Sure, it's me, Elroy.
Don't just stand there sputtering. Find my glasses. I don't have to put up with this sort of... Attention, everybody! Order!
Is that what you're looking for, sir?
McHale, are we the only ones here?
We're not quite.
Maintenance crew to pick up the Admiral's printing press. All right, men, step lively and grab it. Up to you, up to you.
What's wrong with the press?
Oh, time for the 10,000-word check. I've got to rotate the rollers, give her lube jobs, change the ink plugs. Take care of yourself. I like a man that's alert.
Now then, Machinist Bell, would you tell the court something about your poor, miserable, underprivileged childhood?
Oh, it was awful, sir. My father had no job. My mother had no food to cook, which was okay because we couldn't afford matches to light the fire. Then came the Depression.
Can I borrow your hanky, sir?
No! This is a court-martial, isn't this soap opera? I've heard enough from the accused. Enough, dismissed.
Well, sir,
You stand back, Ensign. You touch my glasses again, I'll clobber you a good lick. You get your soft sister out of here.
Yeah, come on, Sobby.
Will the counsel for the defense call the next witness, or shall we just get on with the sentencing?
No. We'll call a witness, sir. Mr. Parker requests permission to call Lieutenant Commander Quentin McHale.
Refused.
I object.
All right, just don't pay attention to anything he says. He's a bigger thief than the other thief.
Well, I'd watch my language if I were you, sir. Why, that statement could be construed as slander.
I object. What are you objecting about? I was the man that was insulted. I've got a good mind to see my lawyer.
Hey, that's a good idea, Skip. He ought to get... Hey, that's me. Look, Skip, it's an open and shut case. I can get you $100,000.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Well, how about 50,000?
Order! All right, we'll settle out of court for $25,000.
$25,000, do I hear 25,500? Go to your seat.
And I've always found Machinist Mate Bell to be not only loyal and honest, but a dedicated and devoted fighting man. But also...
This is sickening. You're dismissed, McHale. I'll see that your Boy Scout gets a merit badge right after we're through sentencing him. Now dismissed. Let's vote. I say he's guilty.
Chuck, we still need time. Call Lieutenant Marshal.
Who's Lieutenant Marshal?
Just call Lieutenant Marshal.
Guess what? We're going to call Lieutenant Marshal.
Lieutenant Marshal!
Get on with it. Introduce your witness.
Oh, Lieutenant Marshal, this is Wally Binghamton. Wally, I'd like to meet Lieutenant Marshal.
John, I could just scream.
Are you sure this thing's gonna work, Gruber?
It's got to. How else can we clear the courtroom to make the switch? Verge, are you ready?
All set.
Beautiful. All right, men, get ready for battle. Willie, you make with the kamikazes. Christy, grind out that siren. Hap, hit that 50. Okay, go!
Air raid! Air raid! Hit the shelter!
Air raid! Air raid! Everybody take their shelter! Let's go!
Sir, request permission to recess until after the war.
Hey, fellas. Hey, that's funny. I don't see any plane.
What? You can't see him? You need glasses. Hey, see me at sick bay in the morning. Let's go, Bert.
Let's get the patient out of here.
Right, Doctor.
Hey, where you been? Out knocking a few holes in the captain's airtight alibi.
What? Order! Order in
So, be seated, gentlemen. Excuse the interruption, Captain, but after certain urgent communications, I understand that there may be a grave miscarriage of justice going on here.
A miscarriage of justice? Oh, no, sir. I'm just court-martialing a common thief. But one look at the evidence, you'll see I'm right, sir.
Permission to address the court, sir? I think I can explain all this, Admiral. You see, Captain Binghamton here is under the mistaken belief that machinist-mate Bell stole his printing press, when actually it isn't his at all.
I object. What do you mean it isn't mine? You're in contempt. I don't know my own property when I see it, shouldn't I?
Are you sure, Captain? Beyond any shadow of a doubt?
Well, of course I'm sure. There isn't a chance in the world that this isn't my property. You can see for yourself. It's all here in black and white property of Captain...
You were saying, Captain?
I am taking the property
Well, this is my machine. Release the prisoner. Well, Binghamton, if you ask me, we have the wrong thief on trial.
I'm surprised at you, Captain.
I'm a little shook up myself.
You've got to come up with some answers fast, or the next court-martial you hold will be your own.
Don't you worry about a thing, sir. If we come up with the right kind of retainer, why, I'm sure Mr. Park will be glad to handle your case, sir.
All right, Captain. I think we can squeeze it in.
No, Captain. Captain, I've got a present for you. It's something Tinkerbell found on the beach this morning.
I'm always wary of sneaks bearing gifts. What is it?
Come on, Captain. Wait a minute. Here. Come on in, boys. Bring it right in here. Wait till you see this thing. Huh?
Property of Captain Binghamton. That's my printing press. I've got you red-handed right now. You're under arrest.
Oh, well, no, you can't, sir. You see, you have no grounds. Tinker's already been acquitted.
A civilian woman here on Taratupa?
Yes, sir. She was aboard the transport plane that made that emergency landing here this morning, and, sir, they'll need 3 days for repairs.
3 days. well. Tell me, what does she look like?
Oh, just terrific, sir. One of those new C-51s.
Not the plane, you idiot. The woman.
Oh, the woman. Yes, sir. Well, She's about your height, sir.
Oh, big woman.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, and very attractive, sir. Captain. Her name's Kate O'Hara.
Kate O'Hara.
I'll take you home again, Kathleen.
Sir, but I think there's one thing you should know.
Oh, never mind what you think. Now, where should I be finding this fair Colleen?
Well, sir, she's right outside the door. She's right outside the door, sir.
Does she know? Well, faith and begorra. I'll just be fetching her myself.
Oh, good luck, sir.
Come on, little Joe! Hiya, honey. Pull up your wallet and join the fun.
Yes, I see. Oh. Thank you very much, Lieutenant. That was your pilot, Miss O'Hara.
Oh, loosen up and call me Kate. Kalani Kate.
Kalani Kate. Now, you listen to me, Miss O'Hara. He informs me that you're being evacuated to Australia by urgent order of the MPs on Bora Bora.
Oh, a bunch of old fuddies. You see, I had this little cafe, Kalani Kate's, the friendliest saloon on the island.
Yes, it was so friendly, they had to have it burnt to the ground. Now, you listen to me. I intend to see that you behave yourself while you're here and stop flicking ashes on my desk.
Okay, honey.
And don't call me honey. I'm going to assign you to the nurses area while you are here. They will supply whatever companionship you might feel you need.
You got male nurses?
I have nothing, repeat, nothing to do with the men on this base.
Okay, all right.
And furthermore, I expect
Beep Jack in a jiff, honey.
Miss O'Hara.
McHale, baby!
Kalani Kate! Hey!
Sir, they seem to be old friends.
Yes, they probably served time together. Follow me.
Hey, you guys, I want you to meet an old pal of mine, Kalani Kate.
Hi, Kate. Oh, say, Clint, you old sick dog. It sure is good to see you.
Yeah, how about that?
Miss O'Hara.
What do you want, honey?
Don't call me honey.
Oh, whatever you want, sugar.
Lieutenant Carpenter will escort you to the nurses area. The rest of this base is off limits.
Off limits? What did I do?
Oh, now, Captain, aren't you going a little bit overboard?
Yeah, after all, just because she called you honey.
Shut up. Carpenter, take that away.
Oh, Quinn.
Now, he calls the shots around here.
Well, that's what I like to give him, a good shot.
Please.
Yeah, all you won't be seeing him. Hell, you keep away from her, and that's an order. I'm running a naval base here, not a friendship club.
Say that again.
Aye, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Bye, sir.
Fink.
All right, none of that, Tinker. After all, he's still an officer.
Okay. Sir Fink.
Well, that's more like it.
Never mind, Skip. You'll figure out some way to see her again.
No. For once, Binghamton did me a good turn.
Oh, Skip, you can't pass up on a chick like that. It's un-American.
Hold it. Believe me, Kate's a great gal, but she just spells trouble, boys.
Such trouble we should all have.
All right, belay that, Willie. If Skipper wants to be out of his mind, that's his privilege. Sorry, Skip. Gotta take command sometimes.
All right, Chuck, you come on along with me, and the rest of you guys go over and draw your supplies, and we'll meet you back at the boat. Come on, let's go.
The skipper's been out here too long.
Passing up on a chick like that.
He's gone island happy.
Don't worry, we'll straighten them out. Now, here's what we do. First, we gotta get the skipper out of the way.
Well, no, what you gotta do is always watch those shoals that are...
Hi, baby. I'm here. Oh, you're a real doll. Sending the boys for me, Quint. That was a beautiful heist.
You mean my guys cooked all this up?
Now, wait a minute. You being here is a direct violation of Captain Binghamton's orders.
Fancy that, Sonny. Well, see you around.
Well, now, wait a minute. See here, I'm an ensign in the United States Navy.
It's been nice seeing you. Anchor's away.
Guess I'll wait outside, Skip.
What a a spread, baby, and all for me. Oh, Quint, I could hug you for this.
Now, Kate, look, I had nothing to do with
Oh,
this.
now, Quint, you can't blame an old sweetie for being sentimental.
Oh, no, of course not. Now, give me back my wallet.
Just want to see if you still had my picture in it.
Plus, a few of some old presidents, huh? Yeah. You know, you're a whole lot faster than when I first met you.
Well, hello.
Hello, Missy.
Well, now, take off there.
Hello, Missy?
He's my Filipino houseboy, named Rodrigo.
He don't sound like a Rodrigo.
Champagne? Champagne?
How about that?
Out! Comes with a blue plate special. Get out of here, you miserable gypsies!
You're romantic, huh, Skip?
Get out! Oh.
Now, that was darn sweet.
Oh, yeah, they're just full of bright ideas.
Oh, your magic spell is everywhere. Oh, I knew you well and found you fair.
What in the Sam Hill?
You left me and I laughed at fate. Now I ask you to live.
Ow! Any minute now we'll get the Rockettes.
Quint?
Yeah?
Quint, you know, you're a great guy. I mean, a really great guy. And, well, I was just wondering.
If you could put the bite on me. No thanks.
But, Quint, all I want is a measly $500.
Hey, condition red. Condition red, fire in the paint locker.
Fire in the what?
In the paint locker.
Is it the nips?
No, it's worse than that. It's old lead bottom.
What'd you say?
Sorry, sir. I was just telling the skip we ought to paint the boat. It sure looked great with a red bottom.
Yeah. I'll red bottom you in a minute. Get out of here.
Yeah, but, well, no sense me hanging around.
McHale is operating again.
Captain, would you like a little bubbly, sir?
Grab a seat, honey.
I'm not gonna grab anything, and don't you call me honey. I really got you this time, McHale, disobeying a direct order. And as for you, Miss O'Hara...
Now, ease off there, Captain. It is nothing so terrible. After all, Kate and I are old friends, and we're just having a bit of a reunion dinner.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
Now, McHale, you know that I am not a harsh man.
Oh, I know that, sir. Yes, sir.
So this little reunion is only going to cost you a month's pay, and you're going to be under armed guard.
A month's pay?
Armed guard?
There seems to be an echo in here. Come on, you heard me. Out.
Cheers, Captain.
Sir, watch where you're going. You got one hole in your head. You want to try for two?
Oh, no, sir. One's fine enough. Oh, sir. This is from Admiral Rogers, sir, at Confleet, for your immediate attention.
All right. Read it to me. Read it.
It's a new directive, sir, regarding rotation. Personnel with over 24 months of combat duty are to be shipped home.
All right. Get out of my way.
Yes,
Get out of my way. 24 months. 24 months, and we'll ship... How many months has McHale been here?
25 months? But, sir, the...
No, but, sir, me. He's not cutting his travel orders.
But, sir, the directive specifies...
Oh, Wally. This is your lucky day, boy. I'm finally free of McHale. I'm finally free. Life is beautiful. Life is gay. Carpenter, we're standstill. Oh, this is wonderful.
Sir, please, you're not as free as you think you are.
Why?
The directive clearly specifies that only married men are eligible.
Married men. That's better than ever. Don't you see what... Married man?
Married.
And McHale? He's a bachelor.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that dirty slacker.
But, sir, it was a very good thought.
Well, a foul luck, Carpenter, just when I came so close. Oh, why couldn't McHale be stuck with a wife like the rest of us?
What respectable woman would have him, sir?
You're right. She'd have to be it.
You were saying, sir?
I I should marry McHale?
Why not? You're made for each other. You said you're old sweethearts. I heard you say that. You said that.
Oh, sure, we had a few laughs together. But, what's come over you since last night?
Well, I admit I acted badly.
Like a solid gold louse. Come clean. What's in this for you?
Miss O'Hara, why don't you concentrate on what is in this for you?
For instance?
For instance, like $370 a month?
$370?
That's from your Uncle Sam. It's your monthly allotment check as McHale's wife.
Yeah, but I'm a saloon keeper. Who needs a husband around?
Well, who said anything about him being around? Don't you see? That's just it. You're going to be safe and sound in your own little saloon in Australia. He's going to be here. All you're marrying is a monthly allotment check for $370.
You know, you're right. Quint and I were made for each other.
And I was starting to roll it tight.
Welcome home, baby.
Hey, Miss O'Hara, you're back.
It's been nice seeing you again.
Yeah, but I'm going to be outside again, Skip.
Sit down, honey. Relax. You must have had a hard day at the war.
Huh?
Don't you realize, honey? It was fate that dropped me on this base.
It was engine trouble.
Let's face it, Quint. You're my man.
You mean your pigeon?
All I want out of life is to be Mrs. Quint McHale.
Oh, you should live so long.
You're gonna marry me.
Oh, come on now.
Refreshments? No. Shove off.
It's all right. Me and Rodrigo, we're great pals.
Oh? Oh, that's swell.
Oh, boy, if old Binghamton ever found out about him.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Like I was saying, Quint, you're gonna marry me or else. Rodrigo.
Hey, we're gonna put him in a prison camp.
I'll hate myself as I do it, but I'll do it.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, Quint, you've made me the happiest girl in the whole world. Well, how do I look, honey?
Just lovely, Miss O'Hara.
Oh, how about that? Me in a wedding dress made of old parachutes. The boys in the back room should see me now.
Oh, we're all so excited. Commander McHale's a great catch.
Well, it wasn't easy.
Imagine, you'll be able to fly home together.
Huh?
Didn't you know? Once he's married, the commander's eligible for rotation.
Rotation?
He'll be shipped back to the States, and you can settle down together.
You mean I'm gonna have to live with a big baboon?
What?
Me? Keep house? Scrubbing floors, waltzing with a vacuum cleaner.
Beg pardon?
Nothing, that 4i4 striped rat. Get me out of this! Forget it, Captain. The wedding's off. Unless, you two are interested.
Get your hands off me. What's the matter? What do you mean the wedding is off? What?
A little birdie told me about that rotation gimmick. No dice.
Well, you can't back out now.
So sue me for breach of promise.
Oh, what about the allotment check?
You pulled a fast one on me. You said McHale didn't come with it. I want a saloon, not a husband.
Miss O'Hara, I am the commanding officer of this base, and as the commanding officer, I order you to marry McHale.
Order me? I'm a civilian.
Yes, you're a civilian. A civilian with quite a juicy record in the islands. Operating an illegal establishment, passing bad checks, malicious mischief, rolling sailors.
Listen, nobody's perfect.
You marry McHale, or I'll have you turned over to the police in Australia along with this. So you take your pick, Miss O'Hara. McHale or jail?
You'd pull a dirty trick like that just to ship him out.
President Roosevelt has his war aims, and I have mine. Honey.
Don't call me honey.
Sir, no visitors allowed.
Not even the bridegroom?
Sorry, sir. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Friend of the groom.
Come in. Quit, baby.
Oh, boy, you're sure playing it up to the hilt.
Yeah, I sure am. Listen, I want to talk
Wait a
to
minute,
you.
wait a minute. Hold it, Kate. Look, there's $500 in here, and it's all yours if you turn me loose. Huh?
I'd grab it in a second, honey, but Binghamton's got us boxed in.
Binghamton?
Yeah, the Navy's got some new rule. If you get hitched, they can ship you home.
Ship me home? Why, that... Wait a minute. You mean to tell me he's the one behind this whole wedding bit?
Father of the bride. Oh, don't get sore, baby. I thought all I was marrying was an allotment check.
Knock it off, will you? Before you turn my head with your compliments.
Oh, Quinn, I know we're great buddies, but can you picture us slurping punch with a PTA?
Hey, they can't do this to you, Skip. You gotta call the whole thing off.
You can't. He's got a hold of my record. He'll throw me in jail.
I gotta dope a way out.
And fast. They've moved the wedding up till 6 o'clock tonight.
What?
Skip, you gotta do something.
I gotta do something, yeah. Do something. Do something. Wait a minute, I got it. There can't be a wedding without the bride, right? So, we sneak Kate aboard the 73, and then we find a reason to put out to sea like a submarine alert. And then we just drop her off in New Caledonia.
New Caledonia, that's French territory. Binghamton can't touch her there.
That's a wild idea. But how do you get me past those Cossacks outside?
Cossacks. Oh, wait a minute. They saw Tinker come in with me, and they'll see Tinker leave.
Hey, look at me. I joined the Navy.
Yeah, with just enough to spare, too. Come on, let's go.
Hey, Skip, what happens to me?
No, look. Binghamton, they come snooping, so you stole him, huh?
But, Skip, I can't stop.
No, it's like the fella said. 'Tis a far, far better thing you do than you've ever done before. Bye-bye.
Is that what the fella said?
Oh, no. Here comes Mary and Sam. Duck.
Hi, Captain.
Salute when you see an officer. That grease off your face, you're a disgrace to the Navy.
Yeah, get down the ball, Bell.
Filthy fellow. Well, tonight's the night, huh, McHale? 1,800 hours, the chaplain turns you into an honest man.
Yes, Kate just told me.
Kate? Oh, isn't that bad luck to see the bride before the ceremony?
Oh, well, now, that remains to be seen, sir. Well, we'll see you at the altar, sir. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye, sir. Come on, Tinker, let's go.
How'd you make out, Skip? Did you take the wedding off?
All right. Stow the gab. Chuck, wind him up. Let go fore and aft.
Hey, Tink, you hiding something?
Just me. Hi, boy.
Hey, it's Kalani K. Where's Tink? Hey, what's going on?
Come on, Chuck, will you wind her up? Move. We're eloping to New Caledonia before the wedding.
Hey, Skip, she won't start.
Oh, come on, let me try.
Hey, look, Skip. Here comes the bride.
Hey, wait for me!
Isn't she lovely?
Hey, honey! I need to say
Knock it off.
Binghamton's on his way down here, Skip.
Oh, no.
I heard him tell it to the MP, so I took it on the lam. Out the window.
Oh, look, Tink. Our engines are stalled. Get down there and fix them fast, will you? Go ahead. And don't dirty that dress.
All right.
The rest of you guys get ready to move out in a hurry.
Yeah, all right, you heard it, Skipper. Let's move. Come on, sailor. Let's move. Sorry, sailor.
Ma'am.
Hey, Skip, it's too late. Look.
Get down below. Come on, the rest of you guys act normal. Look sloppy.
Hi, Captain. Hi, sir.
McHale, where do you think you're going?
Going? We're just going to go back to my own island, sir. Yes, sir. I'll pick up my dress whites. Well, after all, it isn't every day that a man gets married. Yes, sir.
That's right. So I hope you're wearing something borrowed and something blue.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not going anywhere. We'll send a gig for your dress whites. Nothing is going to interfere with this wedding.
Oh, looks like we got some uninvited guests.
Hey, get those your land, abandoned ship!
I mean battle station! Man, forward guns, yes! Man, we're sitting ducks here. Go down there and help take her. Come on with those engines. Right, let's go. No! Come on, Chuck, get on that gun.
He's abandoned at 11 o'clock. Get him.
Right, 11 o'clock.
What's the point of that thing, you nitwit?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but you're standing right at 11 o'clock.
I'll make it a quarter to 11.
Better make it 10:30, you.
Right. Oh, Bill, don't you ever wash? Take the gun from this nitwit before he kills us all.
Let me help you, ma'am. Sir.
Who shocks everybody on here anyway? Shoot up!
Hey, duck, boys! Here comes a big one!
They're trying to kill us! Get back all those guns! You!
Bell, I told you to get a haircut. All right, ceasefire going away now. Bill, get below, get below.
Just a minute there, Seaman O'Hara. What are you trying to pull here, McHale? Well, me. You're trying to Shanghai this woman. Well, now you hear this and you hear this, good. Nothing, but nothing is going to stop this wedding.
Sir! Sir!
How are you this time, boy?
What?
All right, down to the chapel forward. Hi!
Oh, look here, Captain.
You can't do this.
But, sir, an urgent message from Admiral Rogers.
Oh, what does he want? Read it.
Yes, sir. Dispatch McHale and PT-73 to Comfleet immediately to help in searching for carrier whose planes are bombing your base.
Dispatch McHale, do it.
But it's an order, sir, and the Admiral said immediately.
But the chaplain won't be here for an hour. I'm not going to dismiss you. You're married.
Oh, well, shall I radio that to the Admiral, sir?
I'll turn the set on.
Yeah.
Just know how we are, Edson. Darn. Chaplain, my kingdom for a chaplain.
Sir, I just remembered. The captain of a ship can perform the marriage ceremony,
Elroy, you've just won yourself the Medal of Honor, boy.
Oh, sir.
Bet your Bible.
There's one down below.
Move.
Sir, here it is.
Bless you, boy. Bless you.
I've heard of shotgun weddings, but this is ridiculous.
Hey, Skip, the engines are fixed. Never mind, Miss Bell. Nobody's going anywhere. You just stick around. Maybe you'll catch the bouquet. All right, join hands. Not you two, the top two. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here
Boy, the
today
skipper will
to
go
join
home,
this
I'll take
man.
command, and we'll all be killed.
Take care, I'll come back here. Bye-bye. Bye. Why is it me? Why is it always me?
Bye, Kalani.
So long, KK.
So long, Quint. See you around, and thanks again.
Yeah, well, don't call me, honey. I'll call you, huh?
Bye.
So long.
You know, Skip, she ain't such a bad dame.
Well, Kate's a barrel of fun, yeah.
Turns out you saved yourself $500.
How about that? Hey! Now I can pay you guys back.
Good.
Why? Oh, no!
Watch it, Skip. The guys are present.
She did it to me again.
Want us to go after her, Skip?
Oh, nah, you kidding? Let her have the 500. I've never had it so good.
To be in a state of utter, unbridled, and fully justified panic. Who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of geisha girl handing out perfumed hand towels? Tokyo Rose? I'm speaking to a universe that clearly cares not for my sanity. We're facing total annihilation by tidiness. Oh, the ignominy, the utter, soul-crushing ignominy. He paced frantically, tripping over a discarded uniform boot. His indignant outburst was interrupted by the persistent ringing of his field phone, a rusty contraption of dubious reliability that seemed to possess an almost malicious sense of comedic timing. He snatched it up, glaring at the receiver, as if it were personally responsible for his impending doom and indeed for the entire unfortunate situation of war. Yes, this is Commodore Bumble, and I am currently at the precise epicenter of unmitigated chaos. If you must know, who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of siren singing sweet songs of peace? Tokyo Rose? Speak. Confound you, before I tear your metallic existence limb from limb. He paused, listening, his brow furrowing deeper with each strained syllable he heard, his already florid complexion darkening further. What? The Sinks? In the Petty Officers Club? Are backing up? So, what do you expect me to do about it, you utterly clueless imbecile? Do you take me for a common laborer? I'm the commanding officer. Here, man, I'm not a plumber. Does my uniform, emblazoned as it is with the glorious insignia of command, bear the humble insignia of a Master Chief Plumber's Mate First Class? I think not. I am a strategist, a leader of men, an orator of unparalleled military rhetoric, a gentleman of impeccable, if currently distressed, breeding. He slammed the phone down with a mighty crash, narrowly missing his hand, and sending another, larger cascade of documents fluttering to the floor like bewildered seabirds. He ran a hand over his sweating, glistening, bald-pate, looking utterly wretched, the sheen of sweat catching the meager light. His uniform was already rumpled, his hair, what little he had, disheveled. Sir, Lieutenant Quickstep ventured cautiously, stepping delicately over a fallen pile of charts, his voice a nervous whisper. Commodore, if I may, I observed you taking some medication earlier. Sir, your stomach acid. It could start a car. Sir, indeed, it sounds as if you have a veritable internal combustion engine attempting to erupt. Quickstep had noticed a small, ever-present bottle of antacids on Bumble's desk, a permanent fixture beside a framed photo of a rather stern-looking woman Quickstep suspected was Mrs. Bumble, perhaps the only person on Earth capable of striking even greater fear into the Commodore's heart than Admiral Jawbreaker himself. He knew these pills usually provided momentary relief, at best. Bumble merely waved a dismissive hand, the gesture sweeping away a handful of scattered paper clips. Pills, Quickstep. Don't mention the pills. These infernal things are a plot. I tell you, a pharmaceutical conspiracy designed by my enemies to undermine my very digestive fortitude. Each one is a tiny saboteur. His eyes narrowed as if the pills themselves were sentient, malevolent entities. Please, sir, Quickstep insisted, his brow creased with genuine, albeit terrified, concern. Take it easy on those pills. You know how they always give you indigestion. Sir, please. The last time, sir, you nearly mistook a hibiscus bush for an insubordinate ensign and attempted to give it extra latrine duty. Bumble scoffed, a short, sharp bark of pure contempt. Indigestion? Indigestion is for the faint of heart. Quickstep. Indigestion is for the weak-willed. I feel a veritable volcano brewing within my very viscera, a churning, acid-spewing maelstrom of gastric discontent. But I don't care. Do you hear me? I don't care. I just don't care what ravages my internal organs. For my mind is fixed on higher matters, by the celestial stars above, the benevolent heavens themselves. If I really get sick, truly, unequivocally, catastrophically ill, sick beyond all reasonable medical repair, then someone else, some other poor, unsuspecting wretch, would have to face the Admiral, the Iron Jaw, the great white menace. Oh, wait a minute. You say, a flicker of something, akin to a mad glint, a spark of sheer, unadulterated, nefarious genius, appeared in his eyes. He stopped pacing, suddenly still, the frantic energy momentarily draining from him. The clattering of paperwork, the stifling heat, the relentless buzz of cicadas, the impending doom, all seemed to coalesce into a single, brilliant, nefarious, utterly audacious idea. His face transformed, a malevolent grin slowly spreading. If I was sick, he mused, tapping his cigar stub with a newly invigorated intensity. The sound a sharp, percussive crack in the stifling silence. Genuinely, catastrophically, undeniably sick, then I could appoint an acting base commander. Couldn't I? A temporary replacement. A sacrificial lamb. And he could talk to the admiral. Take the brunt of the Iron Jaw's fury. Right, Lieutenant Quickstep? That's perfectly within regulations, isn't it? A temporary incapacitation. Say, an unexpected bout of highly contagious, extremely debilitating, but ultimately non-fatal tropical fever. He punctuated his words with a dramatic, hacking cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus. Quickstep, ever the regulations man, ever the obedient automaton of naval procedure, nodded hesitantly, trying to access his mental database of emergency provisions. Oh, yes, sir. Within emergency provisions, such a course of action is, indeed, within parameters. Yes, a temporary transfer of command for medical reasons. Most certainly. His mind immediately went to the chain of command, sorting through who the logical, most competent, and therefore least likely to enrage Jawbreaker choice might be. Perhaps himself, or Lieutenant Commander Higgins from Supply, a notoriously timid but efficient man. But Bumble wasn't listening. He was already spinning the intricate web of his genius, a masterpiece of self-preservation and malicious delegation. His mind, often likened to a sluggish bilge pump, a repository of bureaucratic detritus, had, on this rare occasion, decided to function like a supercharged centrifuge, spinning off plans with terrifying speed and precision. And I want you to know, Lieutenant, he declared, striking a heroic pose, albeit one slightly hindered by the tightness of his tunic, which threatened to burst at the seams, that I am ready to accept the supreme test. The supreme test of finding an appropriate sacrificial lamb for Iron Jaw Jawbreaker, a suitable patsy to absorb the full force of the Admiral's righteous wrath. And I know just a man, Quickstep, just a man. He paused, a mischievous grin stretching across his purple face, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. Not Julian, not Lieutenant Quickstep. No, 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 no. He rubbed his hands together with a truly diabolical glee, the sound dry and conspiratorial, like rustling leaves in a graveyard. Commander Finian Finn McGinty, that rogue, that insubordinate rascal, with McGinty and his. Scallywags, his motley collection of reprobates and ne'er-do-wells, in charge of Coral Cove Atoll for a mere afternoon, a paltry few hours. They will run wild. They will dismantle this base board by board. They will desecrate every regulation. They will absolutely and definitively destroy themselves right in front of the Admiral. It's absolutely brilliant. Quickstep, utterly, staggeringly, undeniably brilliant. A masterpiece of strategic delegation. Bumble peered at his reflection in the dusty, salt-encrusted mirror hanging crookedly on the wall, an unflattering representation of his florid face. He adjusted his already askew cap, attempting to project an air of tragic dignity. He exaggerated a cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat, and feigned a tremble in his hand, holding it out for inspection. Uh-huh, I do look sort of sick to you, don't I? All right. A pallor, Quickstep. A decided pallor, the pallor of impending doom. He tilted his head, adopting what he believed was a look of profound, feverish debilitation, a look that bordered on caricature. Quickstep, caught completely off guard by the sheer audacity of the scheme, by the breathtaking villainy of the plan, found himself nodding vigorously, his eyes wide. He felt a bead of sweat trickle down his temple. Yes, sir. Terribly sick, sir. Utterly, spectacularly unwell. Commodore. In fact, sir, with that particular shade of purple, you almost look feverish. Don't you think you'd better call the medics, sir? Right away. Sir, with utmost haste, sir, before your constitution completely gives way. He even added an extra earnest emphasis to the terribly sick part, trying desperately to match the Commodore's dramatic flair, to become an accomplice in this charade. Excellent quick-step. My boy, on the double, don't stand there gawking at my imminent demise. Bumble's voice cracked theatrically, dissolving into another paroxysm of feigned coughs. "Chippy! Chippy!" he yelled, attempting to appear faint, his voice now a mere whisper. "It's Commodore Bumble. Hurry! He's not well. He's succumbing. Quick! On the double. Chuckles. I think I'm going to pay a terrible price." His voice trailed off, his eyes rolling back in his head with an entirely unconvincing, theatrical lurch. He slumped dramatically towards his desk, aiming for a graceful collapse. Chippy, always eager to please, always a step behind in grasping the Commodore's convoluted intentions, misheard the final, dramatic word. "Oh, sir, you're going to pay," he echoed, a confused frown creasing his young brow, his glasses slipping further down his nose. He rummaged frantically through his pockets, his uniform rustling, as if the Commodore was asking for a personal loan or some kind of bribe. "My meager earnings, sir? Are they required?" He was too busy searching for coins to notice the trajectory of the collapsing Commodore. "Oh, sir, you didn't say to catch you." Just as Bumble performed his elaborate, staged swoon, launching himself dramatically onto the desk, Chippy, still bewildered and fumbling, completely failed to support him, resulting in a surprisingly solid, rather undignified thud as Bumble's ample frame hit the floor, narrowly missing an overflowing ashtray. A cloud of dust and tobacco ash erupted. "You're a stupid numbskull, Chuckles," Bumble bellowed, momentarily forgetting his feigned illness and springing up from the floor like a jack-in-the-box, rubbing his rather tender backside with considerable vigor. His crimson complexion deepened from purple to a shade of livid maroon. "Thanks. Chippy, thanks a million for your profound support in my moment of utter collapse. You're stellar. Rescue will not be forgotten." Chippy, utterly mortified by a spectacular failure and the Commodore's subsequent wrath, saluted stiffly, his face as red as a freshly boiled prawn. "Thank you, sir. Good old sir." He mumbled, already imagining the long hours of remedial officer-catching drills that would undoubtedly follow. "Oh, sir. Sir, it's Commander McGinty. He's coming this way, sir," Lieutenant Quickstep announced, having spotted the familiar, shambolic form of Commander Finian, Finn McGinty strolling leisurely towards Bumble's office, whistling a jaunty, entirely inappropriate sea shanty, oblivious to the high drama unfolding within. Bumble, hearing this, immediately reassumed his role, his recovery from the floor a miraculous transformation from fury to frailty, a beatific, if somewhat manic and highly suspect, smile spread across his face. He even managed to produce a faint, pathetic moan, a sound he had perfected after years of feigning various ailments to avoid tedious administrative tasks. He staggered over to his cot, an ancient canvas affair that perpetually smelled of mildew, threw himself onto it with a grunt that decidedly belied his alleged sickness, and pulled a grubby, stained blanket over himself, burying his head with theatrical flourish. "I don't remember anything, all right? My memory is a sieve. Quickstep, a veritable sieve. It's a trick, boys, a cruel trick of fate. I'm a very sick man. Don't forget, an invalid, you hear me? A helpless, decrepit invalid at the mercy of my subordinates." Just then, the door creaked open, admitting Commander Finn McGinty, a man whose easy grin and perpetually crumpled uniform suggested a lifelong indifference to regulations, much to Bumble's eternal chagrin. Paused in the doorway, his keen eyes taking the chaotic scene, the overturned chair, the dust-covered Commodore dramatically moaning on the cot, the flustered aides. His PT boat, the Coral Cat, was a ramshackle miracle, held together by sheer willpower and questionable ingenuity, much like its commander himself. His crew, Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, the nervous neurotic second-in-command. Specs Miller, the bespectacled intellectual who saw the universe through a prism of obscure facts. Gizmo Jenkins, the mechanical savant who could fix anything with a paperclip and a prayer. Doodle Higgins, the perpetually hungry and good-natured simpleton whose heart was as big as his appetite. And Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, the grizzled, tough-as-nails veteran who preferred the company of a good rifle to petty officer squabbles, were an equally motley but fiercely loyal bunch. They were currently somewhere between inventing a new method for deep-sea poker and attempting to distill jungle juice from fermented fruit in defiance of several naval directives. "Oh, hi, Commodore," Finn said, his voice laced with mild, almost comical surprise, his hands casually tucked into his pockets, utterly unfooled by the dramatic display. He leaned against the doorframe, a picture of relaxed skepticism. "What's wrong, sir?" He eyed the fallen chair and the twitching blanket with a discernible smirk. Bumble, from beneath the blanket, groaned pitifully, his voice muffled. "Oh, McGinty, I don't know, McGinty. It's taking a lot of tests. I tell you, a battery of diagnostic procedures that would fell a lesser man. Primer ven gotan. Answers yet. Confound it all. The very doctors are baffled. All I know right now is that I'm in bad shape. Very bad shape. My constitution is, in a word, compromised, utterly and irrevocably." He even managed to squeeze out a rather convincing whimper, punctuated by a dramatic shudder that made the cot creak ominously. "Oh, hi. Oh, for goodness sakes, Lieutenant Quickstep, my faithful aide, let's have you raise my head a little bit. Will you? Please? My neck feels quite unsupported. I fear I may lose circulation to my brain." Quickstep, ever eager to demonstrate his competence, rushed forward, navigating the treacherous terrain of paperwork and discarded cigar butts. "Yes, sir. Immediately, sir. Here, I'll do it for you myself." He gently slipped a hand under Bumble's head, lifting it carefully, his movements precise and solicitous. Bumble, momentarily enjoying the solicitous attention, the brief comfort being cradled like a fragile hothouse flower, murmured, "Oh, good," the gentle touch of competence. Then, remembering his role as a rapidly declining invalid, he suddenly, dramatically, bellowed, his voice no longer a whisper, but a roar that startled Chippy Chuckles into a fresh jump. "Wait a minute, you bungling fool. Put it down. Put it down. You oaf. Push it down. Push it down. Push it down on the hard, unyielding ground. My head on the hard, unyielding ground. For that is my fate. I deserve nothing less. My skull shall rest upon the very soil of my suffering. I got it. Can I break right back?" He paused, a momentary slip, his voice almost cheerful, then quickly corrected himself with another theatrical gasp and shudder. "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I say, my head feels light. The room is spinning. I feel faint." Finn McGinty, stifling a laugh, a broad grin splitting his face, leaned casually against the doorframe, completely unmoved by the theatrical spectacle. "He was just trying to make you comfortable, sir. A gesture of consideration for your tender scalp. After all, Commodore, you know how genuinely concerned we all are about your delicate health." "Oh, yes, sir. Take it easy, Commodore. Remember how very, very sick you are, sir." His tone was perfectly respectful, even empathetic, yet carried just the slightest, almost imperceptible undertone of amused mockery, a subtle inflection that only Bumble himself, in his current state of paranoia, would fully appreciate. Bumble, hearing the subtle jab, the hint of playful sarcasm, glowered fiercely, his theatrical languor momentarily forgotten. His eyes, usually just bloodshot, now burned with genuine fury. "Chippy, give the admiral's assistant something for his insubordination, his brazen impudence, a week's extra latrine duty, or a month's worth of peeling the gristliest potatoes we can find. Chippy, utterly confused by the rapidly shifting instructions and the target of the Commodore's wrath, merely saluted. Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I thought the situation was in neutral. No offense intended, sir. To the esteemed admiral's assistant, whoever he might be, sir. That's all you menace. Bumble roared, once again forgetting his supposed frailty as he half sat up on the cot, shaking his fist. That's it, McGinty. You're right, McGinty. I am a very sick man. A gravely ill man whose time is running out. The medics, those baffled purveyors of tinctures and poultices, they don't know how long I'm going to be in here, if indeed I survive this harrowing ordeal. So, while I'm away, while I teeter on the precipice of eternal slumber, I'm going to have to appoint an acting base commander. He looked pointedly at Finn, his eyes boring into him with a malicious gleam, expecting the penny to drop with the clang of a death knell. Finn adopted an air of genuine understanding, his face a picture of sincere concern, though his eyes betrayed a twinkle of suppressed mirth. Well, I understand, sir. A wise and prudent decision, Commodore, for a commander must ensure the seamless transition of authority. And you can rest assured, sir, that my boys and I will give Lieutenant Quickstep all the help we can. He's a good lad. Quickstep. Good head on his shoulders. Though he does fret a bit over requisition codes and the existential dread of unscheduled paperwork. Bless his meticulous heart. He winked at Quickstep, who immediately flushed crimson. Bumble's purple hue returned, deepening with each word Finn uttered, until his face resembled a ripening eggplant. He sputtered, momentarily speechless, before finding his voice again. Now a high-pitched shriek of outrage. Quickstep? Quickstep, you say? The man can barely keep track of his own shoelaces. No. He's a boob. Yes, Quickstep is a boob. A complete, utter, unadulterated boob. He'd probably salute a coconut. I'm appointing you the acting base commander. McGinty, Sir, you shall bear the mantle of command in my absence. Consider a promotion, or a curse, depending on your perspective. Finn McGinty's casual grin, a fixture of his face, faltered, replaced by a look of genuine, unfeigned horror. His jaw dropped. Me? Oh, come on, Commodore. You must be kidding. With all due respect, sir. With every fiber of my being and every last ounce of my limited common sense. The last thing this atoll, this glorious bastion of Allied power, needs is me in command of anything more complex than a particularly unruly fishing line. I am a man. Of action, sir, not paper pushing. Bumble, now fully committed to his theatrical performance, rose from the cot with a surprising burst of energy that would have put a man half his age to shame, and glared directly into Finn's eyes, wobbling slightly for added effect, as if overcome by a sudden gust of invisible wind. McGinty, take a good look at me. Observe my fevered brow, my trembling hand. My very life force is draining. Away with every breath. Does this look like the face of a man who's kidding? I tell you, I am on the verge of dissolution. Finn, maintaining a straight face despite the almost irresistible urge to burst out laughing, matched Bumble's intense gaze, his own eyes serious. No, sir, it certainly does not, sir. But, Commodore, with all due respect, I must ask you to perform the same courtesy. Take a good look at me, sir. He gestured to his perpetually unbuttoned collar, the wild tangle of his dark hair, the slight smirk playing at the corner of his lips, and the faint, lingering scent of brine and illicit pineapple rum that always seemed to cling to him like a second. Skin, do I look like a base commander? Sir, does my very essence radiate administrative acumen? I think not, sir. I'm a sailor, not a desk jockey. Ensign Plimpton, who had followed Finn into the office, his anxiety levels already spiking from the general air of chaos and Bumble's dramatic pronouncements, couldn't help but blurt, "He's got you there, Wally." He immediately clapped a hand over his mouth, turning bright scarlet, realizing his grievous error in addressing the Commodore so informally. He shrank slightly, anticipating instant demotion. "No, sir. No. Easy does it, sir." Finn quickly interjected, trying desperately to smooth things over, to prevent Plimpton's certain demise. "Now, look, Commodore, I'm a saltwater skipper. Sir, my soul is forged in brine and sea spray. I'd be no good behind a desk. I'd drown in paperwork. Sir, literally, my spirit would wither. I'd be worse than useless, sir. A total administrative wreck." He even performed a little pantomime of struggling to swim through stacks of imaginary forms, flapping his hands helplessly. Bumble, however, was impervious. His focus remained laser-sharp on Finn McGinty. "I wouldn't think of asking you to take on a big assignment like this without some help. That would be inhumane. You need a crutch. McGinty, a suitable lackey to manage the administrative trifles. So, I'm appointing Plimpton here, acting executive officer. Consider it a steep learning curve for the young man, and a perfect distraction from your more anarchic tendencies. Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, whose career aspirations rarely extended beyond successfully completing a spreadsheet without any critical errors and perhaps, one day, earning a medal for impeccable penmanship, nearly fainted on the spot, his face turning an even more ghastly shade of pale. "Oh, boy! Did you hear that, Skipper?" he squeaked, his voice cracking with disbelief. "Acting executive officer. Me? Oh, thanks. Commodore, you'll never regret this. I think, maybe, I hope I don't set anything on fire, sir." Bumble merely waved his hand grandly, a dismissive flick of the wrist. I know. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Here you are, McGinty. Take this." He thrust a battered clipboard, overflowed with inscrutable paperwork, and an ancient, rusty ceremonial cutlass, usually reserved for a highly official, rarely occurring, and completely ignored flag-raising ceremonies, at Finn. "You go over to my office, your office now, and you take command this minute. Do you hear me? This minute. That's an order, Commander, and don't you dare track mud onto my pristine linoleum, which I personally supervise the waxing of." "Oh, but Commodore, sir," Finn began, still trying to grasp the enormity of his calamity, this calculated sabotage of his relaxed command style. Out! Bumble shrieked, shooing them from his office with the fervor of a man swatting a particularly bothersome, buzzing fly, flapping his hands wildly. "Now, quick step. You know what to do. My cot needs plump in. My pillows need fluffing. My very constitution needs a long, luxurious period of convalescing, and a cold compress, and perhaps some more of those medicinal concoctions to ensure my delirium is sustained." Finn and Plimpton stumbled out, still reeling from the unexpected promotion and the sheer, unmitigated absurdity of the situation. They made their way to Bumble's former office, which, by dint of Bumble's pronouncement, was now Finn's temporary seat of power. The moment they stepped inside, a mere foot over the threshold, the field phone, a rusty, temperamental beast, began to ring again, insistent and shrill, as if celebrating their arrival. "Oh, just a minute. Lieutenant, just a minute," Finn mumbled to himself. Try and make sense of the new command, the new responsibilities. He ran a hand through perpetually messy hair. He gestured vaguely to Plimpton, who was already meticulously lining up the Commodore's paperweights. "You're acting base commander now, Pip. What do we do about this infernal, shrill noise?" Before Plimpton could even begin to process this new wave of responsibility, a grizzled, unkempt head popped into the doorway. It was Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, Finn's tough-as-nails veteran crewman, a man whose natural habitat was a machine gun turret, not an office. "Yeah, Chief, they're saying the what? The sinks are still plugged up, and the petty officers are well. What do you want from me? A get-well card. I'm not a concierge for plumbing complaints. I'm a combat specialist." Finn, attempting to mimic Bumble's air of exasperated authority, barked into the phone, his voice a surprising imitation of the Commodore's growl. Hold it! Chief, hold it! Can't you see I'm on the phone? Engaging in top-secret strategic communications? Yeah, I know, Skipper, but He paused, his eyes widening as Rocky presented him with something. Well, what do you got there? Rocky? Is it some new experimental munition? Another piece of Japanese intelligence. Rocky, oblivious to the high-stakes drama unfolding, and simply following the immediate chain of command, held up a collection of elasticated, lace-trimmed items. Well, it looks like a bunch of slingshots to me. Skipper, or maybe some highly unusual fishing gear for tiny, acrobatic fish. I thought, we'll run out of ammo faster than we thought with these. They don't look very robust. He paused, squinting through the gloom of the office. Oh, wait, those are the garter belts, aren't they? For the nurses, like Lieutenant Quickstep was fussing about. Finn, suddenly remembering Bumble's initial rant, slapped his forehead with an audible thwack. Good news, sir. Excellent news. We found the garter belts, that elusive, critically important strategic resource. Oh, I'm sorry, Chief. I'm sorry. I got my wires crossed. Hold on. Lieutenant Quickstep. Yeah, we found those items. Yes. I'll have them sent them right away. Top priority. Immediate delivery. Yes. Ma'am, you're welcome. You're welcome. He handed the phone back to Rocky. Chippy, Chuckles, get those to the nurses' quarters right away. And, Chief, have you thought about... The phone started ringing again. Before he could finish, a discordant interruption to his flow. Get the phone, will you? Chippy, get the phone. This place is a madhouse of communications. Plimpton, meanwhile, was already tangled in a veritable spiderweb of administrative calls. Sweat beading on his upper lip, he held 3 different receivers to various parts of his head, looking like a desperate octopus. Executive Officer Plimpton here. What is it? What is the nature of this unprecedented emergency? Right? That's right. I authorize building permits for the CBs of the Coconut Busters and their new mess. Hall, a bastion of culinary excellence for our brave construction battalion. Right, it is. Oh. Skipper, Plimpton's voice climbed an octave in alarm. Did you know their new mess hall was in the middle of the rifle range? Directly in the path of live. Fire, sir. It's a tragic planning oversight. He nearly dropped all 3 phones. No. Hello? Is anyone listening? Well, tell the Coconut Busters to keep their heads down during meal times and perhaps wear extra thick. Helmets. I'll watch the problems here myself. I'll oversee the intricate dance of eating and projectile trajectory. Finn, simultaneously attempting to juggle another phone, spoke into it. McGinty here. Yes. This is Commander McGinty, newly minted acting base commander of this illustrious, if slightly dilapidated installation. What? On the radar, you say? A blip? Well, track it. Man, track it with all the skill you possess. And give me a positive identification. Is it NIP? Is it Allied? Is it a particularly large seagull? Yeah, Roger, Sergeant Ridgeback. Roger that. He then looked up bewildered at Plimpton's frantic juggling act. Now, Plimpton, what is it? What is the latest impending catastrophe to grace our already overflowing inbox of doom? At that moment, Doodle Higgins, McGinty's eternally cheerful and somewhat rotund torpedo man, wandered into the office, carrying a half-eaten coconut and a wide, innocent grin, completely oblivious to the rapidly deteriorating state of executive sanity. Hi, Skipper. I just want to congratulate you on your new job. You look very commando, sir. Finn, struggling with a phone receiver jammed precariously between his ear and shoulder, snapped. And will you keep it down, Doodle? Your exuberant joviality is quite distracting. Can't you see we're trying to conduct important business here? Matters of life deaf, and plumbing permits. Yes, Lieutenant. Affirmative. Yeah. Your garter belts are on the way. Top quality lace. I assure you, what's next on this ever-growing list of urgent demands? Doodle, completely unfazed by Finn's irritation, his cheerful demeanor uncrushable, plowed on, speaking loudly. Skipper, the boys, those paragons of initiative, we're not willing to ask your permission to throw a little shindig tonight, a celebration of base. Morale, we were thinking it could be for charity, or just for the sheer heck of it, sir. Great. That's what we need around here, is a little action. Finn boomed into the phone, his face lighting up with genuine enthusiasm. A rare moment of pure delight amidst the administrative nightmare. Action, morale, positive engagement, a vigorous display of military esprit de corps. I knew you'd say that, Skip. Doodle beamed, his eyes wide with boundless optimism. And we can rake in a pile of dough for the orphans of, wherever, because, you nincompoop, Plimpton shrieked, his already fragile nerves fraying under the strain, reaching his breaking point. His eyes darted wildly, almost independently. Can't you see we're busy? We are on the verge of administrative collapse. Shove off, shove off. Will you, boy? Clear the room before you incur the wrath of the entire high command. Yeah, you're the skipper. McGinty, get out. Out, out, out. Plimpton pointed a trembling finger at Doodle, then at the door, then at an imaginary spot somewhere far away. And we got your okay, Skip? Doodle asked, already halfway out the door, his cheerful voice echoing back. Finn, still beaming, yelled, as far as I'm concerned, you tell those boys. Full speed ahead. A full-on celebration of military might and convivial spirit. A party of unparalleled joyous abandon. That's an order, Doodle. Make it epic. Thank a million. Skip. To the moon. Doodle chirped, before vanishing as quickly as he appeared, leaving behind only the lingering scent of coconut. Finn sighed, rubbing his temples with theatrical gesture of exhaustion. Keep me close, then Plimpton, for my sanity is rapidly approaching its breaking point. Plimpton, buried under a towering pile of requisitions, his face now a mask of profound despair, replied mournfully, Oh, I sure will, Skipper. I sure will. You'll be lucky if I can find myself. Let alone you. The chaos only escalated, a cacophony of ringing phones, shouting voices, and the distant, alarming sound of what might have been a small explosion. Okay, Chippy, we gotta scramble. Boy, PT-46 is hot on the tail of a nip sub. They're chasing it like a hungry dog after a particularly meaty bone. Finn yelled into another phone, then grabbed a pair of salt-encrusted binoculars, peering out the window with intense focus. Hey, incidentally, what a group of one, what's the identification on that submarine? Is it a new class? A stealth model? Give me specifics, man. Oh, I don't know, Skipper. Chippy's muffled voice came back over the receiver, sounding harried. I was busy with a supply list. Sir, my desk is inundated with forms. They just reported sub. A very submarine-wise sub. Sir, it emitted bubbles. That's all the detail I have, sir. Finn threw his hands up in despair, dropping the binoculars with a clang. Hello, hello. Is anybody out there capable of precise identification? Hello. Yeah, hello. Hello. He slapped the receiver back onto its cradle with a resounding thwack. This is a madhouse, Pip. A glorious, beautiful, utterly insane madhouse. But it's our madhouse, and we shall command it. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to the newly appointed temporary high command, the other members of Finn McGinty's crew were already well underway with Doodle's shindig plans, interpreting Finn's full speed ahead order with characteristic literalness. Gizmo Jenkins, the crew's mechanical genius, who believed that anything with moving parts could be improved, often with explosive results, and Specs Miller, the scholarly one who found the logistical challenges of organizing a party to be a fascinating sociological experiment, were hastily arranging a display near the beach. Let's go, Gizmo. Faster. Press up the storefront. We're in business. Man, a veritable bazaar of military revelry. Specs urged, struggling with a brightly colored sarong draped across a makeshift stall made of salvage crates and palm fronds. The sarong, usually intended for much smaller individuals, stretched taut, threatening to tear. You mean that skipper said it's okay, Specs? Gizmo asked, wiping sweat from his brow with a greasy rag, momentarily pausing his frantic hammering. He actually gave permission for a proper fiesta? I thought his mood was rather volatile. You bet, his exact words were, and I quote from a highly reliable, if slightly unhinged, source. Tell the boys my orders are all a head full. Is that a base commander, or is that a base commander? Gizmo. Specs puffed out his chest, attempting to channel some of Finn's roguish charm, a feat he rarely achieved. Well, let's not just stand around, men. Idle hands are the devil's workshop, and we're on a tight schedule. Rocky Ridgeback commanded, organizing a line of eager sailors who were already clamoring for a look at the festive setup. You got it. Come on. Careful with the booze. Doodle, don't spill any of that precious jungle juice. That stuff's more volatile than. Nitroglycerin. Good. Keep it flowing. Come. You're all looking at me with eager anticipation. Come on. Whoa. Steady there. Doodle, meanwhile, was carefully balancing a precarious tray of particularly potent homemade cocktails, wobbling precariously. The liquid within, a murky concoction of fermented fruit and unidentifiable spirits, sloshed dangerously. Well, let's go. Take those crumbs. Nobody wants warm jungle juice. Rocky then grabbed a megaphone, its metallic surface glinting in the tropical sun. Yeah, me and my lawnmower. Let's go. Hang those garlands. Get them strung up. All right, men. Get your money ready. Line up. The most fantastic wingding of the year, a celebration of epic proportions, is about to start. Give a little sample. Girls, just a quick peek at the marvels to come. That's enough. That's too much. Don't spoil the grand reveal. Come right this way. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. There they go, wiggling their way right into my propaganda. A masterpiece of public relations. Oh, this is going to be spectacular. Boys, a triumph of naval ingenuity and festive spirit. He gestured grandly toward a curtain made of salvage parachute silk, behind which giggling sounds could be heard. Back in his sick bay, which he had, with considerable effort, converted into a surprisingly luxurious den of convalescence, Commodore Bumble, despite his self-imposed incapacitation, was keeping a close eye on the proceedings through a set of high-powered binoculars aimed squarely at McGinty's newly occupied office. A small, self-satisfied smile played on his lips. Sure, he's on his way in. Elroy, Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker himself. His plane will touch down on our airstrip in a few minutes. Sir, any moment now. The aerial harbinger of doom will arrive. Good. McGinty, the scoundrel, that impudent sea dog, is as good as dead. His career, indeed his very naval existence, is on the chopping block. The lost boys of Coral Cove Atoll didn't let me down. Elroy, their rampant insubordination is perfectly timed. Private Mort's Myrtle, Bumble's personal aide and general whipping boy, hovered nearby, polishing an already gleaming bedpan, trying to look helpful while simultaneously remaining as inconspicuous as possible. Well, sir, I suppose they are, a little boisterous. Sir, their current festivities might be considered by some to be a touch undignified for a naval base during wartime. Boisterous, Myrtle? Bumble cackled, a dry, rasping sound that crackled like burning leaves. They've turned Coral Cove Atoll into a regular Roman orgy. Man, a veritable bacchanalian feast of inappropriate revelry, complete with half-dressed girls and everything. It's beyond magnificent, beyond boisterous. It's precisely what Iron-Jaw Jawbreaker abhors with every fiber of his being. He'll have McGinty strung up by his own bootlaces. He'll use his ribbons as tinsel. It's going to be a bloodbath of disciplinary action. Myrtle, whose concept of a Roman orgy was probably based on a faded picture in a well-thumbed history book. The saucier bit's usually torn out, looked intrigued, his eyes widening slightly as he imagined the scene. "Oh, sir, may I go take a look? Just for, research purposes, sir? To, understand the enemy's recreational activities, of course." Bumble spun around in his cot, his fake frailty momentarily forgotten as he glared at Myrtle. "Control yourself, Lieutenant. What's the matter with you? Man, are you suggesting you have the stomach for such debauchery? Such licentiousness? Lieutenant, Nurse Amelia Wilson should be arriving at McGinty's quarters every minute now. Another nail in. McGinty's coffin, Elroy. Another perfectly placed, meticulously planned, incontrovertible nail in his coffin of incompetence. And this one, Myrtle, is a truly magnificent nail." Myrtle blinked, still baffled. "Lieutenant Nurse Wilson, sir? But what's a nurse going to do to Commander McGinty's career? Sir, administer a sedative of paperwork, perhaps?" Bumble merely gave a conspiratorial wink, a mischievous glint in his eye. "Oh, you'll see. Elroy, you'll see. Some things are best left to the delightful machinations of strategic planning. And a comely nurse can be a most powerful weapon, Myrtle, when wielded with cunning." Meanwhile, back at Finn's new command center, the beach office that Bumble had graciously and strategically bequeathed him, Ensign Plimpton was frantically trying to clear a path through the burgeoning pile of incoming messages. He was sweating profusely, a worried frown permanently etched on his face. "Yeah, Chippy, have this sent over to maintenance, will you? And this to logistics. And this to quartermaster. And this to, oh, yeah, all right. All sailor. Nurse. All right." He stammered as Lieutenant Nurse Amelia Wilson, a strikingly composed and intelligent woman in a crisp, if somewhat wilting uniform, walked into the office. She carried herself with an air of professional efficiency that stood in stark contrast to the rapidly descending chaos around Finn and Plimpton. Her presence seemed to cut through the oppressive heat and disarray. "Pretty nice time to press what you have there, Ensign Plimpton," she remarked, observing the disorganized state of the desk and the general air of panic. She then turned her gaze, cool and assessing, towards Finn, who was struggling with a jammed inkwell. "Lieutenant Wilson, what are you doing here, Commander McGinty?" she asked Finn, who was momentarily dumbfounded by her presence, having forgotten Bumble's secondary plot entirely. She then added pointedly, "And if I may be so bold, Commander, you're out of uniform." Finn, caught completely off guard, stumbled over his words, blushing furiously. "Out of uniform? What? Oh, well, not by choice, of course. Lieutenant, it's part of the mission. You see, an intricate deception. A cunning ruse to fool well. You wouldn't understand specifics. They're classified." Lieutenant Wilson simply raised a perfectly arched, skeptical eyebrow, her expression unreadable. "Commodore Bumble thinks you've been working too hard, Commander, pushing yourself beyond all reasonable limits, to the point of mental exhaustion, and he sent me over to take you for a swim. He seemed very concerned about your mental well-being. A refreshing dip in the bracing tropical waters should do wonders," he said. Finn's eyes narrowed, a look of dawning comprehension slowly spreading across his face as the layers of Bumble's treachery peeled away. "Commodore Bumble? Concerned about my health? My mental well-being? Ha! That'll be the day. Lieutenant, That day will arrive when monkeys fly out of my ears. There's something fishy going on. Around here, Lieutenant. Very, very fishy. And it smells suspiciously like rotting cod left out in the sun for a week. Or perhaps, more accurately, like a freshly brewed plot from Commodore Bumble. He suddenly snapped his fingers, a sharp crack in the tense silence. Here, Plimpton, Matt McGinney's beach office. Huh, check. Yeah, right. Okay, nice tip. That devious old snake. Plimpton, who was meticulously scribbling notes from his phone conversations, looked up, bewildered. No. Commander, don't tell me. Was the color of the garter belts all wrong? Was it puce instead of periwinkle? I specifically requested periwinkle. As that aligns with optimum morale regulations, sir. Finn waved him off, a look of dawning comprehension, a grim realization, slowly spreading across his face, eclipsing the earlier panic. No, it's nothing like that, Plimpton. It's far worse, far more immediate, and far more catastrophic. Admiral Jawbreaker's plane just landed. Plimpton, his metal bird has touched down. He's on his way over here in a jeep. A jeep? Plimpton, the vehicle of his dreaded inspection. Oh, well, if that's all it is, then Plimpton started, exhaling a sigh of relief, before the full horror of Finn's words finally registered in his addled brain. Iron-jawed Jawbreaker is coming here? Today? Oh, no. No. You don't suppose there's a sneak inspection here? Commander? That fiend. Now I get it. That Bumble is all sitting pretty in that sick bay, playing the invalid, orchestrating his nefarious schemes. And I'm left out here in a griddle. We're sautéed. We're roasted. We're flambéed. We're utterly and irrevocably doomed, Skipper. Lieutenant Wilson, however, remained remarkably calm amidst Plimpton's histrionics, though a flicker of curiosity played in her eyes. But, Commander, I don't understand. All the Commodore wanted to do, according to his very earnest request, was to ensure your well-being. He was quite eloquent about it. Yeah, eloquent, my foot. Finn snarled, his easy-going facade dropping like an anchor caught on a seabed mine. He just wanted to set me up to be clobbered by the toughest admiral in the fleet, a sacrificial. Lamb on the altar of Bumble self-preservation. He wanted to watch my career go up in smoke. Well, it ain't happening. Not today. He turned to Lieutenant Wilson, his eyes burning with a sudden, fierce determination. Girlie, we got work to do. Important work. Urgent work. You better get out of here and get out of that suit. Yes, your uniform, Lieutenant. It's far too official for the chaos that's about to descend. Yeah, you better put something else on. You wouldn't want to see her out of here like this. Come on. Plimpton, you too. Get a move on. We'll get this place to look like a tornado. Just rip through it. We got work to do. Very destructive, very messy work. He thrust a tattered, ancient manual of naval protocol at her. Give me that book. Every piece of documentation must be strategically scattered. Now, Plimpton, where are those party organizers, those purveyors of chaos? A few minutes later, the erstwhile party, which had moments before but a modest affair orchestrated by Doodle Higgins, was now in full, glorious, catastrophic swing at what was rapidly becoming McGinney's distraction zone. The makeshift beach bar, crafted from salvaged lumber and decorated with wilting hibiscus, was overflowing with tipsy sailors, their voices raised in cacophonous song. The Jungle Band, consisting of Gizmo Jenkins attempting to coax music from a rusty trombone and Specs Miller, frantically banging on an upturned garbage can, was playing a frenetic, off-key samba that assaulted the ears. And the sarong-clad hula girls, actually several large, hairy sailors in various stages of drag, including a surprisingly agile Rocky Ridgeback and a deeply committed Specs Miller, who had embraced his role with unsettling enthusiasm, were gyrating with alarming, hip-swiveling enthusiasm, their coconut bras threatening to defy the laws of gravity. Empty bottles of jungle juice, pineapple rinds, and discarded lays littered the sandy ground, creating a veritable minefield of festive debris. Doodle Higgins, completely unburdened by irony, spotted Finn, his face flushed with the revelry. "Oh, come on. Skip, I didn't know you liked that Rafferty so well. The guy's throwing a party for him. Way! Diplomatic genius, our Admiral Jawbreaker." Finn grabbed Doodle by the shoulder, his grip surprisingly firm. A grim determination replacing his earlier joviality. "Where's the blasted party?" "Doodle, is this what you call an appropriate level control chaos? Come on, have a call about your old face. You'll be needing a new one. Perhaps parole your buck. I need you. I'll tear him, limb from limb, if this isn't tidied up immediately." He gestured frantically towards a chaotic dance floor, where Rocky Ridgeback was now attempting a complicated flamenco step in a sarong. "Come on, dance with the hula hotshots. Wiggle your blues away. Do a quick step. Parole your buck. Throw him off. Throw him off the dance floor. Oh, I say, Skipper, are you the first dancer on the house? If so, you're doing a remarkably bad job of it." Finn marched straight to the stage, a rickety platform assembled from old ammunition crates, where a particularly exuberant Rocky Ridgeback, adorned with a wilting lei and an unconvincing coconut bra that strained against his considerable pectorals, was attempting a shimmy that defied the laws of physics and good taste. "Pick one out, Rocky. Pick a new profession. Perhaps I'm going to turn you inside out for this utter mockery of naval decorum. What do I do? You madman? Turn off that music. The party's over. You hear me? Over. Like a bad dream. It has reached its ignominious conclusion." Rocky, momentarily confused but ever respectful of Finn's authority, especially when Finn looked genuinely furious, saluted stiffly, nearly dislodging a precarious coconut bra. "But, Skip, in the office just a moment ago, you gave me a magic word. You said full speed ahead. You endorsed rampant jollity. You were, dare I say, quite keen." Finn gritted his teeth, his jaw tight. "Oh, I did, huh? Well, let me give you another magic word. Rocky, a far more potent incantation. Iron-jawed Jawbreaker. And he's on his way here right now to blast this entire atoll into oblivion and conduct his utterly terrifying Blitz and Spectre inspection. He will peel the paint from these very walls with his disapproval. Yeah, and he's specifically coming to see all the skippers responsible for this den of iniquity, this hub of unbridled licentiousness. Now, come on, let's move this stuff out of here, and fast, with extreme prejudice. Let's go. Come on, boys. Let's go. Move it. Get it out of here. Every last pineapple, every last discarded coconut shell, and every last plastic garland. And for goodness sake, get those sarongs off Specs before he catches jungle fever. Or worse, a severe case of dignity deficiency. Suddenly, Chippy Chuckles burst through the rapidly dispersing crowd, his eyes wide with unadulterated panic, his cap now completely askew, almost hanging off his head. "Hey, Skipper, the Jeep's coming. I see the dust cloud. Hold me. I fear for my very life. Jump the torpedoes. It's the Admiral, the Iron Jaw. He is upon us." Finn sprang into action, barking orders with the rapid-fire precision of a machine gun. "Chippy, get these girls out of here. Quick! All of them. Every single one of them. Regardless of their sartorial state." Doodle, still clinging to his empty coconut, looked around in utter confusion. "But where... Skipper? Where do we put them? There's nowhere to hide a dozen fully grown men in skirts on a deserted beach. Skipper, the island simply isn't large enough for such profound level of concealment." Finn scanned the immediate vicinity, his eyes darting frantically, his mind racing for a solution. His gaze finally settled upon the reinforced concrete structure of the base's air raid shelter, usually used for storing emergency rations and the occasional stray, disobedient chicken. Anywhere, just get them out of sight. Here, put them in the air raid shelter. It's solid concrete. It'll withstand scrutiny, if not an actual air raid. I'll steer the admiral clear. Go on. Boy, move with the speed of a startled gazelle. All right, now, girls, you and the skipper, let's move out of here and shake a leg. Or, whatever you shake. Get him. Get him. Disappear. All right. Come on. All set. All starched. Just kidding. Now look busy. Look like you've been working tirelessly for the war effort. He quickly shed his uniform tunic, grabbed a tattered fishing net from a nearby pile of derelict gear, and began to make himself look busy, as if he'd just emerged from a strenuous deep-sea fishing expedition, covered in seaweed and smelling faintly of dead fish. Plimpton, meanwhile, was attempting to use a leaf blower to scatter a pile of important documents, hoping to give the impression of extreme disorganization rather than sloth. Within moments, the jeep-carrying admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker, a formidable man with a granite jawline that seemed carved from bedrock and eyes that could bore holes through steel plating, pulled up to Finn's now decidedly less festive-looking beach office. Accompanying him was a stiff-backed Lieutenant Kreider, the admiral's aide, whose uniform appeared to have been starched by sheer force of will alone, rather than any actual laundry detergent. Kreider held a clipboard with an air of immense solemnity, his pencil poised for the meticulous recording of infractions. The jeep itself was immaculate, reflecting Jawbreaker's penchant for order. Okay, all right, brace yourselves, you guys. Finn muttered frantically to Plimpton, who was attempting to hide a tray of rum-laced fruit punch behind his back with the subtle grace of a frightened hippopotamus. Here he comes. The moment of truth. Turn, salute. He straightened up, adopted a suitably earnest expression, scrubbing some sand from his face, and saluted with exaggerated, almost theatrical, precision. Welcome to Coral Cove, all, sir. Acting Base Commander McGinty, at your humble service. Sir, it is an honor, sir, an unparalleled honor. Jawbreaker, a man who believed smiles were a sign of weakness and emotional extravagance, merely grunted, a low rumble that suggested a perpetually grumbling internal engine. At ease, gentlemen. He surveyed Finn with an unblinking, dispassionate stare that felt like a thorough, humiliating physical examination, dissecting every aspect of Finn's less than immaculate appearance. Plimpton, attempting to mimic Finn's crisp, if exaggerated, salute, performed a sort of spasmodic convulsion, nearly spilling the punch he was hiding, which sloshed ominously. And as acting executive officer, Plimpton at your command, sir, ready for your discerning eye. Sir. He quickly dumped a punch behind a nearby bush, hoping no one noticed the sudden, alcoholic wilting of a rather sturdy hibiscus plant. Jawbreaker's gaze, however, was not on the wilting hibiscus or the flustered Plimpton. It was fixed with unsettling intensity on Finn's neck, where the fishing net, a tangible symbol of Finn's hurried improvisation, was still draped. What the devil is that thing around your neck, Commander McGinty? He barked, pointing a leathery finger that looked more accustomed to pointing at naval charts than at improvised accessories. Finn, remembering his quick transformation, grinned, attempting to radiate an air of carefree charm despite the icy terror gripping his heart. Oh, it's an old native custom, sir, a venerable tradition of the islanders, steeped in folklore, a sign of welcome and reverence for esteemed visitors to our humble shores. Piranha, come on my way. Come on. It's, for luck. Sir, a protective talisman. It wards off evil spirits and a tropical unpleasantness. He gestured vaguely at the fishing net still draped about him like a rather ill-fitting, sandy scarf. Jawbreaker's brow furrowed, deepening the already formidable lines etched into his face. Will you stop that gibberish? McGinty, this isn't a luau. This is a naval base in the midst of a global conflict, not some theatrical production of South Pacific. Let's get down to business. Commander, serious business. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir, but let's keep it professional, if you please. Fine. Knowing full well what business meant to Jawbreaker, usually the dismantling of careers and the surgical removal of inefficiencies, nodded meekly, trying to adopt an expression of utmost solemnity, though a flicker of desperation was visible in his eyes. I heard when I landed that Commodore Bumble was in the hospital, Jawbreaker stated, his voice flat and devoid of emotion, though a glint in his eye suggested he already suspected foul play, a rat in the nest, so to speak. Oh, that's right, sir. Finn confirmed, a perfectly innocent expression plastered on his face, though he felt a fresh bead of sweat trickle down his back. A terrible, truly debilitating bout of tropical whatever it is. Sir, a rare and highly contagious malady, I believe. Quite debilitating. He'll be shattered. Sir, simply shattered. His spirit broken. A man of his robust constitution brought low by a microscopic foe. Jawbreaker grunted again, a sound that could mean anything from understood to, I suspect you're lying through your teeth. I'll pay my respects to him first, Commander, as is only proper for superior officer, and then we get on with the inspection. McGinty, a thorough, comprehensive inspection. Yes, sir. You men, you collection of rather scruffy individuals, report to your stations at once, and ensure those stations are immaculate. I'll just make a quick visit to the infirmary. He turned sharply. This way, Commander McGinty. You will accompany me. Right this way, sir. Finn chirped, relieved at the momentary reprieve, and quickly motioning with subtle, frantic flick of his hand to Plimpton to ensure the hula girls remained hidden, deep within the dark, stuffy confines of the air raid shelter. Meanwhile, in his sick bay, which he had, with considerable effort, converted into a surprisingly luxurious den of convalescence, complete with makeshift bar crafted from old medical carts, Commodore Bumble, despite his self-imposed incapacitation, was keeping a close eye on the proceedings through a set of high-powered binoculars aimed squarely at McGinty's newly occupied office. A small, self-satisfied, indeed almost malevolent, smile played on his lips, a testament to his ingenious plotting. Sure, he's on his way in. Elroy, Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker himself. His plane will touch down on our airstrip in A. Few minutes, sir. Any moment now. The aerial harbinger of disciplinary doom will arrive. Good. McGinty, the scoundrel, that impudent sea dog, is as good as dead. His career, indeed his very naval existence, is on the chopping block. The lost boys of Coral Cove Atoll didn't let me down. Elroy, their rampant insubordination, their glorious disregard for all things sacred and military, is perfectly timed for maximum devastating effect. Private Mort's Myrtle, Bumble's personal aide and general whipping boy, hovered nearby, nervously polishing an already gleaming bedpan, his expression a mixture of profound terror and bewildered obedience. He was trying to look helpful while simultaneously remaining as inconspicuous as possible, as if he could magically melt into the wallpaper. Well, sir, I suppose they are, well, a little boisterous, sir. Their current festivities, which sound remarkably unnaval, might be considered, by some sticklers for decorum, to be a touch undignified for a naval base during wartime, even for a Saturday afternoon. Boisterous, Myrtle? Bumble cackled, a dry, rasping sound that crackled like burning leaves and seemed to vibrate the very air. They've turned Coral Cove Atoll into a regular Roman orgy. Man, a veritable bacchanalian feast of inappropriate revelry, complete with half-dressed girls and everything. It's beyond magnificent, beyond boisterous. It's precisely what iron-jawed jawbreaker abhors with every fiber of his being. He'll have McGinty strung up by his own bootlaces. He'll use his ribbons as tinsel for the next Christmas tree. It's going to be a bloodbath of disciplinary action, a veritable purge. Myrtle, whose concept of a Roman orgy was probably based on a faded picture in a well-thumbed history book. The saucier bitch usually torn out, looked intrigued, his eyes widening slightly as he imagined the scandalous scene. His imagination, usually limited to the exact dimensions of a freshly polished button, was running wild. "Oh, sir, may I go take a look? Just for, research purposes, sir? To, better understand the enemy's recreational activities. Of course, Commodore, a deep dive into the sociology of hedonism." Bumble spun around in his cot with surprising speed, his fake frailty momentarily forgotten as he glared at Myrtle. He smacked the binoculars down onto his chest. "Control yourself, Lieutenant. What's the matter with you? Man, are you suggesting you have the stomach for such debauchery, such licentiousness, such a shocking display of the human form? Lieutenant Nurse Amelia Wilson should be arriving at McGinty's quarters every minute now. Another nail in McGinty's coffin. Elroy, another perfectly placed, meticulously planned, incontrovertible nail in his coffin of incompetence. And this one, Myrtle, is a truly magnificent stainless steel nail of poetic justice." Myrtle blinked, still utterly baffled by the layers of Bumble's plotting. "Lieutenant Nurse Wilson, sir? But what's a nurse going to do to Commander McGinty's career? Sir, administer a sedative of paperwork, perhaps, or give him a sponge bath to wash away his insubordination." Bumble merely gave a conspiratorial wink, a mischievous glint in his eye that bordered on manic. "Oh, you'll see, Elroy. You'll see. Some things are best left to the delightful machinations of strategic planning. And the air over Coral Cove Atoll, a forgotten pearl in the vast, contested expanse of Pacific, hung heavy and humid, a stifling blanket woven from salt spray and the oppressive breath of 1,000 unseen jungle spirits. It clung to every soul and corner of the makeshift naval base like a particularly determined barnacle, smelling perpetually of stale coconut oil, diesel fumes, and the slow, inexorable decay of all tropical things. The corrugated iron barracks shimmered under a relentless sun, baking their inhabitants in a relentless oven of wartime existence. Overhead, a single rusty ceiling fan in the Commodore's office spun with pathetic, wheezing sigh, merely recirculating the warm, moist air, doing little to alleviate the pervasive discomfort. Outside, the incessant, maddening buzz of cicadas competed with the distant, rhythmic clang of a broken pump somewhere near the supply depot, a perpetual soundtrack to the mounting frustrations of the day. Commodore Beauregard Bumble, a man whose face permanently resided in a shade of apoplectic crimson, a hue typically reserved for exotic sunsets or freshly boiled lobsters, and whose tightly buttoned uniform perpetually looked sizes too small, found himself battling this pervasive adversary daily. His weapon of choice, or rather his battle station, was behind a monumental mahogany desk, its surface buried beneath a precarious avalanche of paperwork, half-eaten tins of Spam, and a small ceramic statue of glowering, pot-bellied Buddha. The office itself, a single corrugated iron box with windows perpetually blurred by salt crust and jungle grime, magnified the island's humidity, transforming every breath into a viscous effort. He leaned back in his ancient, squeaky swivel chair, defiant, protesting creak accompanying the move, and pointed a trembling, cigar-clenched finger, the cigar itself unlit, but nonetheless an integral prop in his dramatic repertoire, at Lieutenant Quentin K. Quickstep. Lieutenant Quickstep, a paragon of youthful earnestness and naval rectitude, possessed the unfortunate, almost supernatural, habit of always being precisely where Commodore Bumble least wanted him to be, usually within range of his most fervent tirades. Quickstep stood ramrod straight, his own crisp, starched uniform already beginning to wilt at the collar, the starch dissolving like courage in the face of overwhelming odds. His eyes were fixed on some point just beyond the Commodore's left ear, a blank, distant stare, as if anticipating a sudden aerial attack of classified documents, or perhaps a rogue coconut dislodged by a particularly ambitious parrot. "Lieutenant Quickstep," Bumble bellowed, his voice ricocheting off the tin walls, a sound akin to a distressed foghorn echoing in a submarine. The outburst caused a startled parrot perched on a nearby palm frond to squawk in protest and shed a single, brightly colored feather onto the dusty ground outside, a small, vibrant casualty of the Commodore's vocal force. I believe I just articulated a profound sentiment of, shall we say, astonishment, a guttural, primal exclamation of the utterly unexpected, a cascading chorus of, and I quote, from the deepest chambers of my beleaguered soul, and it was a deeply felt quote, mind you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. He slammed the unlit cigar onto his desk with a dramatic flourish, a gesture that sent a fresh cascade of dust motes dancing in the single shaft of sunlight filtering through a particularly grimy, salt-encrusted window pane. The framed portrait of Admiral Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker on the wall, a formidable man with a jawline seemingly sculpted from granite, shuddered precariously, its hook groaning under the strain. And what, pray tell, Lieutenant, what force of nature or administrative oversight provoked such an ungentlemanly, yet deeply felt, expression of profound incredulity from your commanding officer? None other than the critical, indispensable, utterly vital, and frankly baffling requisition that landed on my desk this very morning, demanding, in no uncertain terms, the immediate procurement of garter belts. Garter belts, Quickstep. You, sir, are the supply officer here. Are you not? Do you deny your designated role in this bureaucratic circus? His voice rose to a shrill crescendo, mirroring the parrot's earlier indignation, echoing through the claustrophobic office. Quickstep flinched, a small, involuntary twitch of his left eye, an almost imperceptible ripple in his otherwise rigid posture. He swallowed, the movement visible in his taut throat, a nervous bobbing of his Adam's apple. Yes, Commodore. Sir. His mind, trained for order, steeped in the meticulous minutiae of naval regulation and the exact numerical categorization of every conceivable item, scrambled frantically to reconcile this outlandish demand with the hallowed pages of the standard Naval Supply Catalog. He was prepared for anything. Ammunition shortages that required inventive field solutions, rationing disputes that devolved into shouting matches over single ounces of powdered milk, or even a sudden infestation of aggressive, highly territorial land crabs in the PX, the post-exchange, that required an immediate emergency deployment of bug bombs. But garter belts? That was firmly, unequivocally, outside the Quickstep purview of expected combat logistics. The very concept sent a disquieting, utterly unmilitary shiver down his spine. It felt personal. Bumble slammed his fist down again, a heavy, resounding thud that rattled the entire desk, sending pens scattering like fleeing battalions. This time, the impact sent tremors through a half-empty glass of what appeared to be muddy, brackish water, the color of stale bilge, but which Bumble, with unwavering conviction, swore was freshly purified spring water, filtered personally through 3 layers of coconut husks, and a salvaged coffee filter. If the nurses, Lieutenant, those valiant angels of mercy, those dedicated purveyors of healing and comfort, toiling tirelessly and with great personal sacrifice in our base infirmary, which, might I add, is presently struggling to cope with an unprecedented influx of jungle rot cases, an alarming shortage of sterile bandages, and a critically low stock of quinine for malaria. But I digress. if those nurses, the very backbone of our healing infrastructure, need garter belts, Lieutenant, then you snap to it. Do you hear me? You move with alacrity. I mean, you shake a leg, perform a veritable fandango of procurement. You perform miracles of requisitioning. Oh, you know what I mean, man. A sense of immediate and overwhelming urgency. Quick step. Immediate and unequivocal action. This is not a request. It is a directive from the highest echelons of this command. He leaned forward, his crimson face mere inches from Quickstep's nose, his breath, hot and smelling faintly of stale cigars and antacids, washing over the younger officer. This is a matter of morale. Quickstep, utmost critical, indispensable moral. Do you comprehend the existential gravity of a lack of proper foundational undergarments in wartime? It could cripple the war effort. It could undermine the very foundations of Allied strength in the Pacific. Imagine the headlines. Man, imagine the utterly damning, humiliating, and utterly catastrophic headlines that would blast across the globe. Coral Cove Atoll crumbles. Underweight of sagging hosiery. The enemy, Lieutenant, the Imperial Japanese Navy, would not only cheer, they would launch a propaganda blitz that would make our ears bleed and our hearts sink, all because our brave nurses' stockings were failing in their primary duty of remaining aloft. It is a strategic imperative. Quickstep stammered, his mind racing through arcane procurement manuals, searching for any loophole, any forgotten addendum, any obscure paragraph that might remotely address this bizarre demand. His forehead beaded with sweat, not from the heat, but from the sheer mental gymnastics required. Sir, I'm not sure we have any requisition codes for personal, elasticated hosiery fasteners. Feminine issued with decorative lace trim, standard periwinkle blue. Sir, the naval bureaucracy, Commodore, with all due respect, simply hasn't caught up with the more intimate needs of our fighting forces. Sir, it is an oversight of unprecedented proportions. Sir, a lacuna in the administrative framework. He felt an uncontrollable blush creeping up his neck, engulfing his ears. The very conversation felt unseemly, utterly unsuited to a man of his military discipline. Bumble scoffed, blowing a plume of imaginary, acrid smoke from his unlit cigar. Codes be damned. Man, codes are for clerks. Codes are for pen pushers and petty bureaucrats. I demand results, not excuses. Just find them. Invent a code if you must. Fabricate a requisition category. Declare them tactical hosiery stabilizers. Do whatever it takes. Quickstep. Employ ingenuity. What a war. Quickstep. What an utterly, profoundly, ridiculously bewildering, frustrating, and morally bankrupt war this has become. I tell you, man, my spirit is being tested. Everything, absolutely everything, is on my shoulders. Man, the weight of the entire Pacific theater, indeed, the entire global conflict, rests solely upon these aging, yet still surprisingly robust shoulders of mine. He dramatically slapped both shoulders for emphasis, grunting slightly with the effort, causing a fresh tremor to ripple through his desk and a nearby pile of urgent dispatches to slide. Perilously close to the edge, a lone, petrified cockroach, its antennae twitching nervously, scuttled across a pile of urgent messages, seeking refuge in the darkest corner of the office, fleeing the imminent chaos. Just as Quickstep was about to offer a formal apology for the perceived burden of existence, for the sheer audacity of being a living organism while Bumble bore the weight of the world, for the cosmic injustice of having to breathe the same air as his distressed Commodore, Private Chippy Chuckles, Bumble's perpetually breathless junior aide, burst into the office like a startled jackrabbit. Chippy, a nervous young man whose cap was always askew, a testament to his habit of constantly running into door frames during moments of panic, and whose glasses perpetually threatened to slide off his nose, usually during moments of extreme urgency, when he needed them most, skidded to a halt with an audible squeak of his worn sandals. He held a crumpled telex form, the paper already damp with his perspiration, as if it were A. Ticking hand grenade, sweat beading profusely on his forehead. Commodore, sir, urgent communiques, sir. Chippy blurted, barely pausing to inhale, his chest heaving with exertion. I just got a message from a pal of mine at Conflict Central. Sir, an intercepted coded burst. Sir, from a highly classified channel. Sir, highly classified, sir. His voice was a breathless, high-pitched squeak, strained to the point of breaking. Admiral, Iron Jaw Jericho Jawbreaker is arriving today on a sneak inspection. Sir, an unscheduled, unexpected, unannounced early arrival, ahead of schedule, totally unexpected. Sir, he gulped a convulsive swallow, his eyes wide with a mixture of raw fear and a strange, morbid awe. Oh no, Iron Jaw Jawbreaker is coming here. Sir, the legend himself, the scourge of sloppy bases, the nemesis of disorganization. The effect on Commodore Bumble was instantaneous and terrifying. His crimson complexion deepened to a vibrant, almost violent, shade of purple, clashing horribly with the rapidly whitening knuckles clutching his now shattered cigar. His eyes, already bulging, seemed to threaten to pop clean out of their sockets, vibrating with a barely contained terror. The unlit cigar snapped cleanly in two between his clenched teeth, the dry tobacco showering onto the already cluttered desktop like fine, brown confetti. He remained frozen for a moment, a statue of pure, distilled dread, a tableau of unadulterated panic, as if the very air had been sucked from a room, leaving him breathless and petrified. Then a primal, guttural roar, a sound that seemed to emanate from the very depths of his being, escaped him. Iron Jaw Jawbreaker, he wheezed, the very name catching in his throat like a swallowed bone, echoing the distant clang of the broken pump. The name alone struck fear, a cold, icy dread, into the hearts of officers from Pearl Harbor to Pago Pago, a fear known universally throughout the ranks of the United States Navy. A stickler for protocol, a zealot for spotlessness, a man rumored to be able to smell a loose thread on an ensign's cuff from 20 paces across A, parade ground, and whose personal mantra was a chilling order, discipline, white gloves. Jawbreaker's sneak inspections were legendary and invariably catastrophic. They typically left behind a trail of demotions, public humiliations, meticulous reports detailing every microscopic imperfection and shattered careers. Whole squadrons have been reassigned due to his unforgiving eye. Bumble leaped to his feet with an almost impossible burst of frantic energy, knocking his chair over with a theatrical clatter that seemed to emphasize his mounting panic. It spun mournfully on its back, a visual metaphor for Bumble's rapidly destabilizing equilibrium, before settling with a defeated groan. That's all I need. The man's practically got sensory organs specifically designed for detecting. Dust bunnies beneath my filing cabinet from a mile off when he's nosing around. His eyes are microscopic. His nostrils are tuned to detect any non-regulation aroma, be it stale coffee or jungle rot, or even the faint whiff of unpolished brass. Do you realize what a mess this place is in? Quick step. Chuckles. Do either of you, in your limited understanding, have even the faintest, most microscopic understanding of the colossal, unprecedented, utterly soul-destroying mess this entire atoll has become? It's not a base. It's a disorganized heap of tropical decay and administrative negligence. We are drowning in our own filth. Hello. Is anybody listening out there in the swirling vortex of impending doom? Are my words merely echoing into the vast emptiness of military apathy? Yes. This is Commodore Beauregard Bumble, who happens to be in a state of utter, unbridled, and fully justified panic. I assure you, who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of perfumed geisha girl handing out perfumed hand towels and soothing pleasantries? Tokyo. Rose? I'm speaking to a universe that clearly cares not for my sanity. We're facing total annihilation by tidiness. he will literally find dust in our soul. Oh, the ignominy, the utter, soul-crushing, career-ending ignominy. He paced frantically, a desperate, bewildered flurry of movement, tripping over a discarded uniform boot and nearly going sprawling. His indignant outburst, a crescendo of bureaucratic rage, was abruptly interrupted by the persistent, jarring, almost malevolent ringing of his field phone, a rusty contraption of dubious reliability that seemed to possess an almost malicious sense of comedic timing, ringing exactly at the worst possible moment. He snatched it up, glaring at the receiver, as if it were personally responsible for his impending doom, and indeed, for the entire unfortunate situation of war and the very existence of Admiral Jawbreaker. Yes, this is Commodore Bumble, and I am currently at the precise epicenter of unmitigated chaos. If you must know, so spare me your pleasantries. Who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of siren, singing sweet songs of peace and tranquility? Tokyo Rose? Speak. Confound you. Speak your piece before I tear your metallic, infernal existence limb from limb. He paused, listening, his brow furrowing deeper with each strained, whining syllable he heard through the crackling line, his already florid complexion darkening further to a dangerously purple-black. What? The Sinks? In the Petty Officers Club? Are backing up? You mean the foul, putrid effluvium of yesterday's rations is slowly but surely creeping its way onto the dance floor. So, what do you expect me to do about it? You utterly clueless imbecile. Do you take me for a common laborer? For a greasy artisan of pipes? I'm the commanding officer here. Man, I'm not a plumber. Does my uniform, emblazoned as it is with the glorious insignia of command, the very symbols of strategic brilliance, bear the humble, mud-stained insignia of a Master Chief Plumber's Mate First Class? I think not. I am a strategist, a brilliant, underappreciated leader of men, an orator of unparalleled military rhetoric, a gentleman of impeccable, if currently distressed breeding, a paragon of naval rectitude. He slammed the phone down with a mighty crash, narrowly missing his hand, and sending another, larger cascade of documents fluttering to the floor like bewildered seabirds taking flight in A. Gale. He ran a hand over his sweating, glistening, rapidly moistening bald pate, looking utterly wretched, the sheen of sweat catching the meager, dusty light filtering through the window. His uniform was already rumpled, creased in 100 places. His hair, what little he had remaining, disheveled, plastered to his scalp. Sir, Lieutenant Quickstep ventured cautiously, stepping delicately over a fallen pile of charts and a discarded hardtack biscuit, his voice a nervous whisper, barely audible above the ringing in Bumble's ears. Commodore, if I may, I observe you taking some medication earlier, sir. Your stomach acid. It could start a car, sir. Indeed, from the sound of it, you have a veritable internal combustion engine attempting to erupt within your very being. Quickstep's eyes flickered to the small, ever-present bottle of antacids on Bumble's desk, a permanent fixture beside a framed photo of a rather stern-looking woman Quickstep suspected was Mrs. Bumble, perhaps the only person on earth capable of striking even greater fear into the Commodore's heart than Admiral Jawbreaker himself. He knew these pills usually provided momentary relief, at best, a temporary reprieve from Bumble's constant gastrointestinal distress. Bumble merely waved a dismissive hand, the gesture sweeping away a handful of scattered paperclips and a suspicious-looking dead fly. Pills, Quickstep. Don't mention the pills. These infernal things are a plot. I tell you, a pharmaceutical conspiracy designed by my enemies, undoubtedly financed by the Nips, to undermine my very digestive fortitude. Each one is a tiny saboteur, wreaking havoc in my already tempestuous gut. His eyes narrowed as if the pills themselves were sentient, malevolent entities, plotting his downfall from the innocuous glass bottle. Please, sir, Quickstep insisted, his brow creased with genuine, albeit terrified, concern, his sense of duty overriding his fear. Take it easy on those pills. You know how they always give you indigestion. Sir, please, the last time, sir, you nearly mistook a hibiscus bush for an insubordinate ensign and attempted to give it extra latrine duty. It was a rather embarrassing botanical encounter, sir. Bumble scoffed, a short, sharp bark of pure contempt that rattled Quickstep's teeth. Indigestion? Indigestion is for the faint of heart. Quickstep, indigestion is for the weak-willed and the morally flaccid. I feel a veritable volcano, brewing within my very viscera, a churning, acid-spewing maelstrom of gastric discontent. My internal organs are staging a full-scale mutiny. But I don't care. Do you hear me? I don't care. I just don't care what ravages my internal organs. For my mind is fixed on higher matters, on survival, by the celestial stars above, the benevolent heavens themselves. If I really get sick, truly, unequivocally, catastrophically ill, sick beyond all reasonable medical repair, then someone else, some other poor, unsuspecting wretch, would have to face the admiral, the iron jaw, the great white menace of military inspections. Oh, wait a minute, you say. A flicker of something, akin to a mad glint, a spark of sheer, unadulterated, nefarious genius, appeared in his eyes, chasing away the cloud of self-pity. He stopped pacing abruptly, suddenly still, the frantic energy momentarily draining from him. The clattering of paperwork, the stifling heat, the relentless buzz of cicadas, the impending doom, all seemed to coalesce into a single brilliant, nefarious, utterly audacious idea. His face transformed, a malevolent grin slowly spreading across his features, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. If I was sick, he mused, tapping his cigar stub, which he had somehow retrieved, with a newly invigorated intensity, the sound of sharp, percussive crack in the stifling silence. Genuinely, catastrophically, undeniably sick, then I could appoint an acting base commander. Couldn't I? A temporary replacement, a suitable scapegoat, a sacrificial lamb to absorb the full brunt of the iron jaw's fury. Right, Lieutenant Quickstep? That's perfectly within regulations, isn't it? A temporary incapacitation. Say an unexpected, highly contagious, extremely debilitating, but ultimately non-fatal tropical fever. The kind that renders one completely helpless, but ultimately capable of full recovery just after the admiral has departed. He punctuated his words with a dramatic, hacking cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat. A truly Oscar-worthy performance. Quickstep, ever the regulations man, ever the obedient automaton of naval procedure, nodded hesitantly, tried to access his mental database of emergency provisions, searching for the exact subparagraph. Oh, yes, sir. Within emergency provisions, such a course of action is, indeed, entirely within parameters. Yes, a temporary transfer of command for medical reasons. Most certainly. His mind immediately went to the chain of command, sorting through who the logical, most competent, and therefore least likely to enrage Jawbreaker choice might be. Perhaps himself, or Lieutenant Commander Higgins from Supply, a notoriously timid but efficient man, known for his ability to accurately count every grain of rice on the island. He certainly would not have picked the man Bumble was thinking of. But Bumble wasn't listening. He was already spinning the intricate web of his genius, a masterpiece of self-preservation and malicious delegation. His mind, often likened to a sluggish bilge pump, a repository of bureaucratic detritus, had, on this rare occasion, decided to function like a supercharged centrifuge, spinning off plans with terrifying speed and precision. "And I want you to know, Lieutenant," he declared, striking a heroic pose that unfortunately highlighted the tightness of his tunic, which threatened to burst at the seams, "that I am ready to accept the supreme test of finding an appropriate sacrificial lamb for Iron Jaw Jawbreaker. a suitable patsy to absorb the full force of the admiral's righteous wrath. And I know just a man, Quickstep, just a man, who will undoubtedly cause an unparalleled display of administrative ineptitude. A man whose mere presence can cause regulations to spontaneously combust. He paused, a mischievous grin stretching across his purple face, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. Not Julian, not Lieutenant Quickstep. No, 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 no. He rubbed his hands together with a truly diabolical glee, the sound dry and conspiratorial, like rustling leaves in a graveyard. Commander Finian McGinty, that rogue, that insubordinate rascal, that irreverent scoundrel, with McGinty and his scallywags, his motley collection of reprobates and ne'er-do-wells, his rabble of rum-swilling, rule-breaking misfits in charge of Coral Cove Atoll, for a mere afternoon, a paltry few hours. They will run wild. They will dismantle this base board by board. They will desecrate every sacred naval regulation. They will absolutely and definitively destroy themselves right in front of the admiral. It's absolutely brilliant, Quickstep, utterly, staggeringly, undeniably brilliant, a masterpiece of strategic delegation and inspired revenge. Bumble peered at his reflection in the dusty, salt-encrusted mirror hanging crookedly on the wall, an unflattering representation of his florid face and bulging eyes. He adjusted his already askew cap, attempting to project an air of tragic dignity, to enhance his carefully cultivated image of the dying hero. He exaggerated a cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat, a truly authentic, rattling sound, and feigned a tremble in his hand, holding it out for inspection. Uh-huh, I do look sort of sick to you, don't I? All right, a pallor, Quickstep, a decided pallor, the pallor of impending doom. I am a vision of profound debilitation. He tilted his head, adopting what he believed was a look of profound, feverish debilitation, a look that bordered on the grotesque. Quickstep, caught completely off guard by the sheer audacity of the scheme, by the breathtaking villainy of the plan, found himself nodding vigorously, his eyes wide, his carefully constructed military composure threatening to shatter. He felt a bead of sweat trickle down his temple, tasting of salt and fear. Yes, sir. Terribly sick, sir. Utterly, spectacularly unwell. Commodore. In fact, sir, with that particular shade of purple on your countenance. You almost look feverish. Quite alarmingly so, sir. Don't you think you'd better call a medic? Sir? Right away, sir. With utmost haste, sir. Before your constitution completely gives way. Before your very being dissolves into a puddle of sickness. He even added an extra, earnest emphasis to the terribly sick part, trying desperately to match the Commodore's dramatic flair, to become an accomplice in this grand charade of illness. Excellent, Quickstep, my boy, on the double. Don't stand there gawking at my imminent demise. Man, time is of the essence. Bumble's voice cracked theatrically, dissolving into another paroxysm of feigned coughs, each one a masterclass in pulmonary distress. Chippy, Chippy, he yelled, attempting to appear faint, his voice now a mere whisper, weak and gasping. It's Commodore Bumble. Hurry, he's not well. He's succumbing to the tropical scourge. Quick, on the double. Chuckles. I think I'm going to pay a terrible, terrible price for my dedication to duty. His voice trailed off dramatically, his eyes rolling back in his head with an entirely unconvincing, theatrical lurch as he aimed for a graceful collapse onto his desk. Chippy, always eager to please, always a step behind in grasping the Commodore's convoluted intentions, misheard the final, dramatic word. Oh, sir, you're going to pay, he echoed, a confused frown creasing his young brow, his glasses slipping further down his nose. He rummaged frantically through his pockets, his uniform rustling, as if the Commodore was asking for a personal loan or some kind of last-minute bribe from his meager earnings. My meager earnings, sir? Are they required for your recovery? I only have a few pesos, sir. He was too busy searching for coins to notice the trajectory of the collapsing Commodore. Oh, sir, you didn't say it to catch you. Just as Bumble performed his elaborate stage swoon, launching himself dramatically onto the desk, Chippy, still bewildered and fumbling, completely failed to support him, resulting in a surprisingly solid, rather undignified thud as Bumble's ample frame hit the floor, narrowly missing an overflowing ashtray and sending a miniature dust cloud into the already. Opresive. You're a stupid numbskull, chuckles. Bumble bellowed, momentarily forgetting his feigned illness and springing up from the floor like a jack-in-the-box, rubbing his rather tender backside with considerable vigor. His crimson complexion deepened from purple to a shade of livid maroon, his eyes burning with genuine fury. Thanks. Chippy, thanks a million for your profound support in my moment of utter collapse. You're stellar. Rescue will not be forgotten. Indeed, it will be enshrined as a prime example of gross incompetence. Chippy, utterly mortified by a spectacular failure and the Commodore's subsequent wrath, saluted stiffly, his face as red as a freshly boiled prawn, his ears burning. Thank you, sir. Good old sir, he mumbled, already imagining the long hours of remedial officer-catching drills and detailed salute improvement exercises that would undoubtedly follow. Oh, sir. Sir, it's Commander McGinney. He's coming this way, sir. Lieutenant Quickstep announced, his voice urgent, having spotted the familiar, shambolic form of Commander Finian, Finn McGinty strolling leisurely towards Bumble's office, whistling a jaunty, entirely inappropriate sea shanty, oblivious to the high drama unfolding within. Bumble, hearing this, immediately reassumed his role. His recovery from the floor, a miraculous transformation from fury to frailty, a beatific, if somewhat manic and highly suspect, smile spread across his face. He even managed to produce a faint, pathetic moan, a sound he had perfected after years of feigning various ailments to avoid tedious administrative tasks. He staggered over to his cot, an ancient canvas affair that perpetually smelled of mildew, threw himself onto it with a grunt that decidedly belied his alleged sickness, and pulled a grubby, stained blanket over himself, burying his head with theatrical flourish. I don't remember anything, all right? My memory is a sieve, Quickstep, a veritable sieve, full of holes. It's a trick, boys, a cruel trick of fate. My mind has gone to some happy place where there are no admirals. I'm a very sick man, don't forget. An invalid, you hear me? A helpless, decrepit invalid at the mercy of my subordinates. Just then, the door creaked open, admitting Commander Finn McGinty, a man whose easy grin and perpetually crumpled uniform suggested a lifelong indifference to regulations, much to Bumble's eternal chagrin. Paused in the doorway, his keen eyes taking in the chaotic scene. The overturned chair, the dust-covered Commodore dramatically moaning on the cot, the flustered aides. His PT boat, the Coral Cat, was a ramshackle miracle of ingenuity, held together by sheer willpower and questionable engineering, much like its commander himself. His crew, Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, the nervous, neurotic second-in-command. Specs Miller, the bespectacled intellectual who saw the universe through a prism of obscure facts. Gizmo Jenkins, the mechanical savant who could fix anything with a paperclip and a prayer. Doodle Higgins, the perpetually hungry and good-natured simpleton whose heart was as big as his appetite. And Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, the grizzled, tough-as-nails veteran who preferred the company of a good rifle to petty officer squabbles, were an equally motley but fiercely loyal bunch. They were currently somewhere between inventing a new method for deep-sea poker and attempting to distill jungle juice from fermented fruit in defiance of several naval directives. "Oh, hi, Commodore," Finn said, his voice laced with mild, almost comical surprise, his hands casually tucked into his pockets, utterly unfooled by the dramatic display. He leaned against the doorframe, a picture of relaxed skepticism, one eyebrow slightly raised. "What's wrong, sir? Are you having one of your usual, dramatic episodes? Commodore?" He eyed the fallen chair and the twitching blanket with a discernible smirk. Bumble, from beneath the blanket, groaned pitifully, his voice muffled, a low, drawn-out sound of suffering. "Oh, McGinty, I don't know, McGinty. It's taking a lot of tests. I tell you, a battery of diagnostic procedures that would fell a lesser man, my very life forces, being analyzed. I haven't got any answers yet. Confound it all. The very doctors are baffled. Their instruments fail them. All I know right now is that I'm in bad shape, very bad shape. My constitution is, in a word, compromised, utterly and irrevocably." He even managed to squeeze out a rather convincing whimper, punctuated by a dramatic shudder that made the cot creak ominously. "Oh, hi. Oh, for goodness sakes, Lieutenant Quickstep, my faithful aide, could you possibly raise my head a little bit? Will you? Please? My neck feels quite unsupported. I fear I may lose circulation to my brain." Quickstep, ever eager to demonstrate his competence, ever striving for flawless execution, rushed forward, navigating the treacherous terrain of paperwork and discarded cigar butts. "Yes, sir. Immediately, sir. A task of utmost importance for your comfort, Commodore. Here, I'll do it for you myself." He gently slipped a hand under Bumble's head, lifting it carefully, his movements precise and solicitous, as if handling a rare and delicate artifact. Bumble, momentarily enjoying the solicitous attention, the brief comfort being cradled like a fragile hothouse flower, murmured, "Oh, good. The gentle touch of competence is a rare thing in this chaotic world." Then, remember his role as the rapidly declining invalid, his performance far from over, he suddenly, dramatically, bellowed, his voice no longer a whisper, but a roar that startled Chippy Chuckles into a fresh jump. "Wait a minute, you bungling fool. My head, it's too high. Put it down. Put it down. You oaf. Push it down. Push it down. Push it down on the hard, unyielding ground. My head, on the hard, unyielding ground. For that is my fate. I deserve nothing less. My skull shall rest upon the very soil of my suffering. I got it. Can I break right back?" He paused, a momentary slip, his voice almost cheerful and lucid, then quickly corrected himself with another theatrical gasp and shudder. "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I say, my head feels light. The room is spinning. I feel faint. A sudden onset of dizzying despair. Finn McGinty, stifling a laugh, a broad grin splitting his face, leaned casually against the doorframe, completely unmoved by the theatrical spectacle unfolding before him. "He was just trying to make you comfortable, sir. A thoughtful gesture of consideration for your tender scalp, Commodore. After all, you know how genuinely concerned we all are about your delicate health." "Oh, yes, sir. Take it easy, Commodore. Remember how very, very sick you are, sir." His tone was perfectly respectful, even empathetic, yet carried just the slightest, almost imperceptible undertone of amused mockery, a subtle inflection that only Bumble himself, in his current state of paranoia, would fully appreciate. Bumble, hearing the subtle jab, the hint of playful sarcasm hidden beneath the facade of concern, glowered fiercely, his theatrical languor momentarily forgotten. His eyes, usually just bloodshot, now burned with genuine fury, narrowing to slits. "Chippy, give the admiral's assistant something for his insolent insubordinate and thoroughly impudent tone, a week's extra latrine duty, or a month's worth of peeling the gristliest, most recalcitrant potatoes we can find in the entire mess hall." Chippy, utterly confused by the rapidly shifting instructions and the ever-changing target of the Commodore's wrath, merely saluted. "Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I thought the situation was in neutral. Sir, A moment of peaceful respite. No offense intended, sir, to the esteemed admiral's assistant. Whoever he might be, sir. That's all you menace. Bumble roared, once again forgetting his supposed frailty as he half sat up on the cot, shaking his fist violently. That's it, McGinty. You're right, McGinty. I am a very sick man. A gravely ill man whose time is running out faster than a rogue torpedo. The medics, those baffled purveyors of tinctures and poultices. They don't know how long I'm going to be in here, if indeed I survive this harrowing ordeal. So, while I'm away, while I teeter on the precipice of eternal slumber, I'm going to have to appoint an acting base commander. He looked pointedly at Finn, his eyes boring into him with a malicious gleam. Expecting the penny to drop with the clang of a death knell, he savored the moment, the exquisite pleasure of delivering the fatal blow. Finn adopted an air of genuine understanding, his face a picture of sincere concern, though his eyes betrayed a twinkle of suppressed mirth, a barely concealed flicker of amusement. Well, I understand, sir. A wise and prudent decision, Commodore, for a commander must ensure the seamless transition of authority, especially in times of such delicate health. And you can rest assured, sir, that my boys and I will give Lieutenant Quickstep all the help we can. He's a good lad. Quickstep. Good head on his shoulders. Though he does fret a bit over requisition codes and the existential dread of unscheduled paperwork. Bless his meticulous, bureaucratic heart. He winked at Quickstep, who immediately flushed crimson, unsure whether to be flattered or further mortified. Bumble's purple hue returned, deepening with each word Finn uttered, until his face resembled a ripening eggplant, or perhaps a particularly bruised plum. He sputtered, momentarily speechless, before finding his voice again. Now a high-pitched shriek of outrage that seemed to threaten the integrity of the tin walls. Quickstep? Quickstep, you say? That man can barely keep track of his own shoelaces, let alone the intricate logistics of an entire naval base. No. He's a boob. Yes, Quickstep is a boob. A complete, utter, unadulterated boob. He'd probably salute a coconut and then file a formal report on its insubordination. I'm appointing you the acting base commander, McGinty. Sir, you shall bear the mantle of command in my absence. Consider a promotion or a curse, depending on your perspective, you rascal. He punctuated his pronouncement with a triumphant, albeit shaky, fist pump. Finn McGinty's casual grin, a fixture of his face, a symbol of his generally laid-back attitude, finally faltered, replaced by a look of genuine, unfeigned horror. His jaw dropped, and he felt a cold knot form in his stomach. Me? Oh, come on, Commodore. You must be kidding. With all due respect, sir. With every fiber of my being and every last ounce of my limited common sense. The last thing this atoll, this glorious bastion of Allied power, needs is me in command of anything more complex than a particularly unruly fishing line. My talents lie in the chaotic art of PT boat skirmishes, not the tedious ballet of administrative oversight. I am a man of action, sir, not paper pushing. It goes against my very nature. Bumble, now fully committed to his theatrical performance, rose from the cot with a surprising burst of frantic energy that would have put a man half his age to shame, and glared directly into Finn's eyes, wobbling slightly for added effect, as if overcome by a sudden gust of invisible, feverish wind. McGinty, take a good look at me. Observe my fevered brow, my trembling hand. My very life force is draining. Away with every breath. Does this look like the face of a man who's kidding? I tell you, I am on the verge of dissolution, of ultimate collapse.